Hey guys, I think I'm gonna start switching it back and forth to the ones with the cases in it, or try to make the one that some shorter again because we have people that complain. That's why I haven't been doing it. All right. Currently sitting in traffic. Oh. Okay. Hey Trista. Hey Lindsay. Neo came over here to get in the way, as always. I'm a little tired. Oh, that's good. I already got the Christmas stuff going. I usually don't do anything till after Thanksgiving. Actually, I don't do anything with my son not here anyways. So, I really don't put anything up. I'm not one that likes to truly decorate. Last year, I think I had a little tree and I tried to keep it alive as long as I could. And now I have the fish tank there, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel around that time of the year. With my son not here, I don't see the point. All right. I'm having my groin is hurting. All right. I know Neo's over here rubbing against everything. I don't know. Being himself. So I'm on early. I thought we would have hopefully we have some people come in and get some readings. I can't be on hella late tonight because I left the dogs out because it's a little warmer today. So it's going to get colder later though. And I have to go to bed early because I have to be up at shoot. I don't know. I have to be there at 7. And it's an hour and a half drive. So I have to be up at 5. So I actually have to go to bed tonight. So yeah, I mean, I have that little kennel that has a table on top too. So I don't know. That Kai goes in, but I don't know. Depends. I always wait to see how I feel because sometimes I'm just not in the Christmas spirit. With my son here, I don't see the point in putting it all up and putting it all down. No one's gonna see it but me. Dogs are just gonna mess it up. Cats, whatever. So, I cut my hair. That's why I have it down. Oh, I know, but I do have to, Tracy, because every time I get the dogs fixed or have to be somewhere early, I don't only get a couple hours of sleep because I don't get to bed on time. So I really have to try to do that tonight, though. That was the whole plan of not going to mom's today, even though I needed to. Because I gotta try to get. This is basically for vet fees, For. Why do you want to walk on there? Why do you guys like to walk on the computer? I don't understand it. There's no reason to walk across it. I'm just not a Christmas person, dude. Okay, Neo. No one can see me. Hello? Neo, move out of the way, please. Oh my god. Move, please. Thank you. Goodness gracious. I never do, though. Like I said, last year I had a little tiny tree. And I didn't put it up until a week before, a couple days before. Me and my mom got it from Walmart. It was a little live tree. I kept it alive as long as I could. I was gonna put it out in the yard, and then I didn't. I know, he's driving me crazy. I don't know why he does this sometimes. He hasn't been over here this whole time. And he just wants to come and rub on everything while I'm trying to be here. Neo, do I have to put you down, buddy? Come on. Quit rubbing on everything. Quit rubbing on the speaker. You're gonna knock it off. Yeah, I think I'm just too lazy. To put it down, waste the money on it because I don't really have any. So it's I just rather spend money on Christmas presents for myself. Neo, for the love of God, stop. Rachelle After Dark already came out today. Oh my god, he's being ridiculous. Look, no one wants to see your butt, dude. Yeah, that's what I said. I'm sure they wouldn't mind seeing your face, but your butt is a no-no. Dude. Hey. Oh, see? I knew it. You knocked down my freaking speaker. Stop doing that. Oh, Jesus. Yes, Rachelle After Dark. That's what Kelly calls me. Rachelle After Dark when I come out after dark with an attitude. And I'm telling you, people are giving me an attitude. It's like, maybe I am going through a midlife crisis. I feel like the feeling of, yes, I am love and light, but I am also fuck around and find out. Like, I'm done. I'm done with the disrespect. Like, I can't do it. And I think it pisses me off more that people disrespect spirit. Neo! Oh my jeez, get off! I always think he's gonna kick me out of the live when he crawls across there. So that's my new, like, After Dark nickname. Rachelle After Dark. I have lots of nicknames, apparently. Raw, that's what Steven calls me. I don't know why. It's annoying. Foolish Beginnings call me as Rock. I like Rachelle After Dark. It's like my other side. My don't mess with me side. But again, I think I'm more ticked off about how people disrespect spirit than disrespecting me. But at the same time, disrespecting me is a disrespect to spirit. So it drives me. You guys all know how protective I am over my gifts and how protective I am over spirit, because spirit gave me this life and this path and everything, and I get just very, very mad. Or very frustrated. Yeah, rad. Exactly. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, September. Maybe it'll get better one day. Hey, at least we have a house though, right? I am, because I mean, these are voices of victims, and I can't handle when people like disrespect. So I'll always be protective over spirit. Like, and I've lost what? How many more? I think I told you, Tracy, I lost 140, and then I lost even, I think, 10 more after yesterday. Whatever, I don't care. And they're doing it to everybody. All the astrologists are getting that. There's one that doesn't even live here. She lives in France, and she's very unbiased. She's in like either side. She looked at the chart. She told it how it was. She predicted Kamala to win, like everybody. But she says it's not over. It's not over. There's stuff to come. There's going to be a relooking at things, like, and they disrespected her. She had to turn off her comments. I couldn't even comment on her thing. So it's not just me. It's astrologists that allegedly got it wrong. It's all the psychics that allegedly got it wrong. Like, you see who you're true. You see who truly is on your channel for the right reasons. And you see who truly is here, I guess. I guess that's the big part of it, right? If you're going to just leave because you feel like somebody got it wrong, like, we're not God. But at the same time, it's not over till he's inaugurated. So even that astrologist says, look, I made my prediction. Now this is what everything is saying now. And I'm not saying who's president. I'm not going to say if he's going to be president till it happens. That's how she feels. She says, if nothing happens in the next couple months and he's inaugurated, I'll be flabbergasted. That's exactly what she said. So she's saying it without saying it because of the hate, and it's stupid. And a lot of the astrologers aren't making predictions anymore. They're just saying what's in the chart. So, I have clutter too, dude. My house needs to be cleaned so bad. That's how I feel. That's how and then that's come with the last year. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, like, way back in the day, I used to be very timid and very quiet, and like, I used to take a lot of when people would be critical and stuff, I would really take it to heart. And now I just don't give a fuck anymore. And that's with learning, growing, and evolving in my way, you know. I think that's important to do. This one's, I think, almost dead, but that's an old one, so we're all good on that one. Yeah. I mean, and it shows who's here for the right reason. Like, you're either here to listen to what spirit says, or you could have your own opinions, but still listen to what spirit says and just respect that, because you're not the one connecting to them. You're not the one that was there. So how do you know? Like, over the Delphi thing, like, I'm getting disrespect on that too. Like, I don't even care if it's a hung jury, what it is, because I feel like it might be hung, unfortunately. That's like the feeling I get. But regardless of whatever happens, like, I know in my heart what the girls told me. I know in my heart that a name is a gift. Like, I respect what spirit's voice is, and I would never disrespect what their voice is telling me happened, along with all the other things they gave, signs to where the dude lived, people he was connected to, etc. So that's how I feel about it. That's good, but they still won't run it while he's in office. But there is that New York case that they're talking about right now. Yeah. And welcome. Did I just miss the comment? I swear I saw a comment that said it was. Oh, here we go, Patty. Sorry, I didn't mean to miss you. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Well, welcome to the live. And thank you for commenting. Never feel afraid to comment here because it's a safe space. I won't let bullies in here, and I don't care. Like, I won't allow it. So, feel like if you want to say something, say it. It's a safe space. We all have a voice here. So, I just want to say that to you. But I appreciate you, Patty. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I need that right now. Yeah, completely different. Um, and like I said, I think the last few months of spirit putting me into this position where I never wanted to be, and the astrologer said the same thing. She didn't want to do political stuff either, but that's where she was led. Well, this is where I was led. And I think it's because it's so different than all the other elections, and there's crimes involved. Like, there's still criminal crimes involved. And I think that's why I got brought into it. So it is what it is. It's never about the kitchen. You don't even want to see my kitchen, Denise. We won't even go there on that. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not over till it's over. I don't think anybody was wrong. Do you know what I mean? Until he's inaugurated, nobody was wrong. So I just want people to sit back and wait, because this isn't over. There's a lot of hinky stuff here. This isn't over. And I think if a lot of people are seeing it, damn right that the government's seeing it. And I think there's something bigger they've been working on for quite a while. They just need the evidence. Now they think they can probe. So just hang tight. I mean, I don't care either. Like I said, just because I don't like somebody doesn't mean I can't take myself out of it and give you guys the visions I get. Do you know what I mean? I could still do that. Just like the astrologer said, like, just because you don't think she's not biased, she's just reading the chart. She doesn't even live here anymore. So you're like, I can do that in cases and stuff too. I separate myself. Like, I know the difference between a vision and what my thoughts are. That's why I'm always double checking. When people think I'm second guessing, it's me double checking. So I don't know. Yeah, that's where the Civil War kind of feeling will come in with the Uranus return next year. But that's why I'm thinking, that I don't think all of his supporters will be that way. I think there will some, like, depending on what comes forward and what's brought to light, you know what I mean? Because I think they want it like solid proof, solid evidence. And I think if they get that solid proof, solid evidence that can't be refuted, like, there's still going to be a separation and a divide because it's a cult. Let's be real. I've seen it myself. And I try to be respectful and not kick people off the channel, off the group, but when they just, I don't know, it's like trying to talk to a rock sometimes. I don't understand it. It's like like whenever I brought up, well, why would you want to follow a predator? They're like, show me the proof. I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, seriously. Hey, Yellow. Okay, I didn't need that vision. Lost Voices with Jackie. Well, not necessarily, because so I was watching I don't think it's going to be even over until April. Or there's an April highlight on something, and there's a lot of stuff happening in April with the astrology. And I got April in the readings as a highlight. thought that was really interesting. Something that kind of keeps coming in as a highlight. So, regardless of what happens, she's going to make a difference in the way that the astrologist gasp at her chart at a certain time in a positive way. So, we'll just wait, and everybody just needs to wait and see, because the skeletons, there's literally highlights on skeletons. So we will see. Hey, Jason. Okay. Seafood dinner. I want to go to seafood dinner. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that, and that's why people need to quit coming at people and being like, "You're wrong. You're wrong." Like, stop, because it's not over. A lot can happen between now and then. There's a lot of interesting astrology between now and then. So, hey, Broken Blood. Hey, Bubbles. Try not to time anybody out tonight. I don't know if it was her or somebody else. I'm like arguing with this person in the group right now, and I'm just like the stuff she's saying is just out of control. Prove to me he was a rapist. Okay, so these women's voices aren't enough for you. Get the hell out. Like, I can't handle that. Yeah, we are not done yet, Kara. We are not done. We're not done until he's inaugurated. And like she said, if he's inaugurated, like, she'll be flabbergasted. She said that, so she said it without saying it. You know what I mean? And that's just from her reading the chart. She doesn't care one way or the other. She lives in France. Like, she doesn't care. So, yeah, it's not even, it is pointless, and like, because they expect us to be God and never be wrong. That's what I'm saying. That's always been my fear about being on social media, is that they will forget all the times you were right and remember the one time you were wrong and throw it in your space, especially if it's like a big case or big something, you know? Look, we only give what we're given, period. Um, yeah, sometimes I just give whatever they give me. If they put me in remote view, then they put me in a remote view. If they give me a vision, they give me a vision. Like, it kind of works with everything. That's good. Yeah, she's not really a political, she doesn't want to do any political stuff. She doesn't even live here, so. All right, Jane. We'll get going in just a minute. Oh, crap. Hopefully. I'm feeling like tired from last night, and my back is hurting. This stupid chair is not happy with me right now. Ooh. You're under it as Evangelia, right? I want to make sure that's you and not somebody else. No, I don't know, this chair lately is hurting me. Like, last year I had a really bad issue with like my groin area, and I'm having the same issue now all of a sudden in this chair where I didn't have it. I wasn't feeling like that before. So I don't know, maybe it's all the hours of sitting here for lives, I'm not sure. But one of my beautiful subs is sending me a new chair, so hopefully that'll be more comfortable. And then you'll never get rid of me. I'll always be in it. Yes, Patty. Thank you. So I just want to make sure that this is your payment and not somebody else's. Why did I look different? My hair's down. I cut my hair. I cut it myself. I always just. How am I gonna call you? I don't have your number. So I think that's it. I took a shower, cut my hair. Um, blow dried it. So that's why I look different. Me too. Because this one hurt. I mean, I'm appreciative of this one, but it's not comfortable for my beautiful back. Am I? Oh, thank you, Bubbles. Yeah, it's usually up. I was just like, it looks kind of dead. Let me chop it. Yeah, it's shorter. But I usually have it up for you guys. But when I cut it, because I usually put it in ponytail and cut it, it'll make the bangs shorter. So that's why I like to do that, because it looks better when it's up too. So I was like, it's time. Yeah, there's a boy in here. Um, I thought about I have like this magenta color. I thought about coloring it, and I was like, I don't know. My hair's. I want to kind of like. Oh, Angie, that's interesting. Yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of people that are saying that and stuff. Um, I just no, I didn't do it last video. I did it right before this live. Like I did it when I got out of the shower. I bet you are. So I would contact like your senator or whoever, governor, whoever's in charge of all of that. Make sure that you guys are letting people know that it's not, and make sure that you make um like your own, you know, proof of that too. I mean, who knows? That's what I'm saying. I would make sure that you call and talk to somebody and make it known, and then make your own stuff. Like your own proof, own evidence that that you're missing your ballot. Then that who you talk to, make sure you write down who you talk to and stuff. But I would write a letter or call or something, try to find out something. I don't know. And then I was like, it still has a purple tint to it, so I don't know if I want to mess with it or not. I probably don't. Anyways, back to Jane. I would call the people that take the ballots. Or yeah, I don't know if it would be the post office, but I mean it could be. I checked mine, they got mine. Um so I have to ask Jane, I want to make sure this isn't somebody else. Are you under Venmo as Evangia? You can you can check online if they've got your ballot or not. Well, you need to make a report or something. I know a lot of people are saying that. Yeah, you do need to report every single listing ballot. I agree with that. I agree. Jane, where did you go? I'm guessing it has the same last name. So, okay. I just want to make sure it was from you and not somebody else. Hey, Kai, quit. He's not in my lap tonight because. Can you go down and talk to them? I know a lot of people are calling like their senator or their governor or whatever. That's what a lot of people are doing. Oh yeah, they're on, but let me reset them. Kai, quit. Oh, this one went on. I had this one on, so why did it go off? I feel like they get turned off for some reason. This one too. I set that one earlier. This one's almost dead, that's why. Yeah. I don't know why these ones are off. I set them already. Weird. Okay. Where's Jane at? Jane, are you still here? Say, hey, I'm here. I know, I had such a bad time with my hey Melinda. Oh, okay. Well, I would contact like your senator or governor and tell them what I would do. Secretary of State website, yeah. I think can you report it there, Bubbles? Yeah, I know I sent one too just because I'm lazy, but I don't have any way to pop my hips. I had this problem last year and I ended up after a couple months of pain, not being able to walk very well. I ended up going to the hospital and getting muscle relaxers and stuff, and that helped and I got better. So I don't know if it's just sitting in this chair is like or if it has to do with my sciatic and stuff. I'm not sure. So, it is what it is. Hopefully, wish the new chair was coming sooner, but it's all right. Oh, it's just in my back and my groin on my left side. Okay, Jane. All right, I just want to make sure. It might be. I don't know. I don't know if it's just from sitting in this chair is kind of like hard. I need a man bot. Yes. You know what's funny? I have a, what do you call it? I have rods in my hips for my SI joints. I had a SI joint fusion. So look, the ball's going off. It should have stopped by now. You know what's funny, Tracy, is we were talking about those robots, and then I ran across this channel, and she was talking about Elon has like robots kind of like that he's wanting to put out into the world. And I'm thinking, oh God, iRobot. I don't think it'll be like man robots like we want, right? But if you think about it, he's already got self-driving cars, so he's got a motive. I know he does. I used to have those all the time, and then I just got my SI joints fixed. That's how I feel, man. I haven't done anything though. I think it's from sitting in this chair because it's like hard, kind of. You're welcome, Disney girl. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I saw you had your last name there. Okay, do you know how it works? Oh, well, I guess I could get you up and then ask if you know how it works. Yeah, I saw them. I haven't got to look at them yet. Hold on. No kidding, right? Okay. I just want to make sure. I saw it was the last name, so it makes sense. Yeah, it could be. I think it's just sitting on. I lay on a heating pad every night. Look, the ball keeps going off in the back. Why are that ball in the back? It is. It's from this chair. We're getting a new chair. LJ is getting me a new gaming chair. I hope it's not like too tall, but it's supposed to be really comfortable. Had a lot of good reviews, so I just have to wait till the 20th, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't have insurance and anything. I don't go anywhere, so I don't go to Kairos because I don't know. It makes me nervous because I have like these rods in my hips and stuff. Well, they could be. They're already going crazy on their own. I don't think I'd ever be in like a self-driving car unless they make us. Yeah. Okay. So they're saying report the ballots to Secretary of State. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I'm afraid to move it because then the other one will go off. I don't know which one it is that's going off anyways. It's just one in the back, but I have a few in the back. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's see. All right. So I'll bring on and I'll explain how it works, I guess, or I'll give you the link and explain. The bear's on, yeah. I actually set it off earlier, checking it, and it was beeping pretty loud, so I'm sure it's fine as far as the battery's concerned. I have to redo the battery a lot on it because even though it doesn't work, even though it's not going, it runs a battery for some reason. So I'm constantly changing the battery on it, but it sounds loud enough, so it's not, and it was going off when it was dying before. Those days it was. So I'm just gonna clear really quick and then I'm gonna bring Jane on. I don't want to leave her waiting so long. Amazon. They're just cat balls. Oh, now they're going. What the heck? Wait, didn't they stop? Didn't they already stop? Why are there fucking 3 balls going? Yeah, they're just cat balls. You get them on Amazon. I like the ones I just got better because they have a longer stem. I thought they stopped for a minute. Okay. And then there was like 3 of them were going on. Yeah, they're cat balls. They're just the light up cat balls. That's it. Just look up cat balls on Amazon. They're like Some are 10, some are 12. It just depends on where you get them from. Okay. Possibly. They start going right before we bring anybody on. No, I don't. The bear didn't move, I don't think. They did knock over the doll though during the women's rights one night, which I thought was interesting. Yeah, you're tripping. What are you on tonight, Angie? There we go though. There's the ball. I forgot to do this. Okay. Yeah, no, I think you're tripping. I don't think the bear moved. Okay, here's your link. Oh, yeah. Here's your link, Jane. It was funny, last time we got right on the live, it went off. All right, Jane, that's your link. Click that link, and then when you come on, I'll explain how it works if you don't know how it works. We've got coffee, we've got energy drinks, we've got water. Ooh. I'm tired today from last night. I don't know. I don't feel tired at the time, but then Jane, did you get the link? Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, even like with this time of year, I tend to have like I have the same issue I had last year. So it has a little bit to do with like a little bit of arthritis I have in my back. Well, a lot of arthritis. But I still have problems with my SI joints, even though I have the SI joint fusion. Like, it's not 100%. It is during the warm months, but I notice when the weather starts to change, I start having issues. So, and sometimes my sciatic does mess up. Deceased animals, yeah. Yeah, this is actually Florida water. This is Florida water, and then my friend makes these. Her link is in my description box. I put it there because she sends me stuff sometimes. Lavender and rosemary, and lavender and Palo Santo. So it just kind of clears my energy out. But this is Florida water. I got this for like a couple bucks on Etsy. Well, Bubbles, you could say, hey, if I have to tell you everything, this is gonna take like 3 or 4 days to talk about this. There's a lot. There's a lot. Like, I don't even think we touched the surface on it. No, I don't think that's the issue at all. I do believe in parallel universes, but I don't think that's the issue. I think it's not over. She did win. I think it just there's a mirage on what really happened. So, oh, you didn't see the link here. I'll give it again. Here. Are you behind? I feel like she's behind in the live. You can send love to her. You don't need me for that. You can connect to your own loved ones. I just, just to hear them is the only time you need a medium, but you can tell them and make them feel anything you want. Tracy knows everything. Talk to Tracy about it. Or you're talking about Trump stuff, right? It's all intention. You can use anything really for anything. It's all intention and the intention that you use with it. Balls to the waltz, not walks. Okay. There's Jane. Here she is. Oh, she's showing herself. Okay.
Oh, apologies, my dogs.
Don't you do it. Justice heard him and he set up like, okay, I'm gonna bark now. No, you're good. There's nobody in the house. Calm down. You're fine. Okay. Good thing it
Thank you
didn't
for the time.
set off mine. So, Jane, do you know how this works? Or I just need to go into it
Uh,
really quick.
yeah, sure. Yes, I do know.
Okay. So like this, I'll explain it really quickly. That way, you're thinking about kind of everything. So information that comes in can be past, present, future. It can be symbolic, metaphoric. It's not always literal. I always say put a pin in everything because you don't know if you think about it later or whatever. I always get things for reasons. So don't say no because that'll stop your mind kind of from thinking. You know what I mean? Just put a pin in it, save it for later. Spirit can talk about anybody that's here or on the other side. So all you might want to hear from one person, other people may come in. So as information comes in, make sure you're thinking of others as well. And when it comes to inside the like when I start feeling things inside the body, um that can be anything. That can be an ailment and a symptom, any point in their life. So say they had a hurt arm and I'm feeling the pain of that. It's not always related to passing. I can always pick up stuff on you and other people, especially with the medical stuff. So just so you know. Um and they use my experiences, how I relate to things, stuff like that to try to explain it. But as you perceive it, it makes the most sense to you, is what spirit's gonna give, okay? Do you have any questions like on how this works? I just need you to validate yes and how it makes sense without giving extra information. So the
Yes,
information that
thank
I
you.
give you, it's yeah, and how it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, just put a pin in it. Um, okay. I've got to pull up the picture. I haven't even looked at it yet. You have any questions?
Nope.
Okay.
I have seen a lot of your videos. I've been following
Okay.
you for quite some time now. I'm
I just know it's
subscribed.
kind of different sometimes when you're in it, and I notice like I'll give people readings and they'll tell me no, 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 and then I'll like have to kind of push like I even have to do that to Yellow on here. I don't know if she's still here, but I'll have to push her and be like, okay, is it somebody else then? You know what I mean?
And I apologize. I do have 4 dogs, and
Oh,
now I'm
I
talking
think
to
people are
somebody,
used
and
to
they
it.
think there's somebody here. It's my dogs are
Yeah,
now like, oh, something is happening. I'm
I
talking
think
abnormally. I'm talking to somebody, and there's nobody here. So they're just all kind of riled up right now. So I
I think
apologize.
that's okay. I think people are used to it with my channel and my dogs, so I don't think it's a.
Yeah.
I think everybody's used to it.
Well, they know what the normal is, and when I'm
Yeah.
talking, like I'm talking to somebody, they kind of recognize that. So they're looking for a person, I
Mhm.
guess.
Yeah.
So they're just
Yeah.
all running around looking for somebody else.
They're just saying hi. It's all good.
Yeah, yeah. Here's my one of my little babies, Rexaroni.
We love animals on this show anyways.
Yep, there's my Rexaroni. Hi.
Oh, cutie pie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, they're used to it. I think a couple times on my live, like things have been nuts with my dogs, so it's all good. I'm gonna try my best to work with this picture. Is this the most recent you have with, or do you have one that shows her eyes better?
It is the most recent, and I have not seen her or taken a picture with her in person for a while.
Okay, I
So this
thought
is the
so.
most recent that I have from actually messaging.
Okay.
So if you need a better one, I can source one for you if you would like me to.
It's up to you. We can try to do this. I just noticed that like I have a good connect. I have a better connection. I tend to have a better connection when I can see their eyes. Like they say, eyes are the window to the soul. It really is kind of true. Like
Yep.
having that connection. But I can try this. I've been able to pick it up on not good pictures before. So I think it just is a difference in the connection. Totally up to you. We'll see how we can try it and see how it goes. Did you freeze? Oh no, she froze. She froze on us. Okay. Questions? I mean, I usually have to do a reading, so. Yep. Yep. It's not over till it's over. I think if we're recognizing things, they are too, but Jane froze on us. And thanks for that, Carol.
I'm still here.
Oh, there
No,
she is.
I'm trying
You
to send
froze.
you a better picture. I'm
Oh,
trying
okay.
to send you a better picture.
I didn't know if we were gonna try with this one or what you were doing, so whatever you
Yeah,
want to do.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I feel like it's a little delayed because I am trying to send you a slightly better picture of the
Okay.
same scenario.
That's
If
fine.
you could just give me a moment.
Yeah, we were just wondering why you were frozen. Or like, oh, Jane is frozen.
And it's psychicsleuth@gmail.com, right?
Yeah, the psychicsleuth at
Okay.
gmail.com. Yeah.
Okay, I just sent you a different picture, so hopefully, I mean, it does have other people in it, but
Oh,
hopefully you can kind
we'll have
of
to. Can you crop
look.
them out?
Okay,
I can't do it with other people because I'll just pick up stuff on them. We don't want that.
yep. Okay, just a sec.
Yeah, just for future reference. Alone, clear eyes, clear face, most recent. Sometimes the most recent works better than clear eyes, clear face. It's good to have both. Sometimes the clear eyes, clear face works different. I can usually work with anything. So just to notice a difference if the of the energy. You know what I mean? How strong. I don't remember bubbles at all. I don't remember at all. So as long as you're happy, I'm happy. Put it like that. I don't know. My palm is itching. Am I gonna get money soon? Does that happen when your palm's itch? Oh no, this doesn't work like that. They're not upset with anybody on the other side. They don't hold on to grudges. That's all human stuff. Once they reach the other side, they don't stay upset like that. No. So, nope. There's none of that on the other side at all. So, don't you worry. Yeah, but that doesn't mean anybody's mad. The forgiveness is more for us, right? So that we can lift that weight of holding on to things so that we can heal better. Yeah, there's only love and peace on the other side. There's none of that. No, that's all human emotions.
I'm sorry, I don't think
Yep.
this crop is any better than the previous one. I
Okay.
would really have to take some time to find other
It's all right.
pictures,
Don't
but
worry
she's
about it.
getting
Let's just work.
better.
Let's just work with what we got. We'll see how it goes. It wouldn't be the first time I didn't have a great picture, so we'll just see how it goes. I'm gonna look at it anyways and see.
I was
Oh,
honestly not prepared to send
yeah,
it
it
to
is
you.
better. You can see her eyes better, so we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw that you were online, and I was thinking about actually reaching out to you, and you were online, so it was kind of a spontaneous thing.
Yeah.
I
No,
was
don't
not
even stress it.
prepared to have a good picture.
Don't don't even stress it. Okay, we're gonna. This one's fine. This one will be okay. Let's try to zoom in because
Thank
her
you.
eyes are more open on this one. So we're gonna try it. If I can block out the other people in the background. If not, I'll go to the other one.
Well,
It's fine. It's fine. Don't
yeah,
worry
I
about it.
sent two more. I'm sorry.
Just give me a minute. I do have to ask you, is there like a so I feel like there's a nickname. I don't know if this is like your grandmother or a grandmother figure. She feels like very grandmotherly to me. Or motherly, but grandmotherly, but I keep getting like a nickname like but it's in a different language. So I don't know if Oma is a thing or something that sounds similar to that. I was hearing it when you
Baba,
were No, I hear it like Oma or it it usually sounds as I hear it. So I don't know if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. I don't try to make things fit, but
that might fit with somebody else in a picture.
that's fine. You did send me one other people in the picture. So if
Yeah,
it fits with them, it's fine. Just let me know. I'm not trying to look at them, but their energy might still be there.
right,
Are they
right.
on the other side as well, or are they here?
It fits with somebody directly related to her.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Remember, they talk about other people too. So,
Yeah, yes, yes.
okay. I just want to make sure I'm not hearing things over here.
So actually, yeah, it fits with her because it's somebody that's very, very directly
Yes.
related to her.
Okay. So
Very
that's like
important to
is that
her.
like a nickname or something?
No, that's a given name.
It is.
Not it's not Oma, it's Ola,
Okay.
like Ola.
I guess that would sound kind of similar, huh?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
different language, so certain sounds you can.
Yeah, I don't
It's
speak it,
not
so I'm
in
like,
the English.
are
Yeah,
you
it's not
guys
in the English
German? You
language.
guys aren't German, right?
No, we are Eastern European.
Okay.
Mm,
Because
Mostly Polish. Polish. Well, I'm from Belarus, but we spoke Russian because it was USSR, so the Soviet Union imposed Russian language on us.
yeah.
But we are Polish territory that spoke Belarusian language, which is a different Slavic. It's kind of complicated, but it's a Slavic, I guess, close to Russian language.
Okay, because someone said that means grandma in German, so I don't know. That's
Hmm.
interesting. Yeah.
My grandfather was her husband, and yes, she's my grandma.
Okay.
He was the teacher of German language.
Oh, now it's starting to make sense. Okay.
Yeah,
So he would be giving the German name for grandma.
possibly,
Okay.
possibly.
Because for some reason, maybe I'm not able to get the other one, right? Oma is a little bit easier for me to get. If he spoke German,
Yep. He even
Do you see
spoke
where I'm
German to
getting
us.
at?
He was trying to teach us. So German was very big
Yeah.
to him because as a
Uh-huh.
teacher, he was very involved. It wasn't just something he did in a classroom. He was very involved in the language as part of his life. So he even talked to us. He taught me certain German phrases, Latin
So is he there too?
languages. Yes.
So he could be calling her Oma in German for you?
He never did that in life, but it could be because as an immigrant, I have not seen them very often. And as a child being there, I honestly don't remember
It's
if
fine.
he ever said
I
that.
think it's I really think it's to validate the word grandma in German, connecting to him and his German language. That's what I think this is about.
Because he was Eastern European,
Because
but German through and through
right,
his study.
and if he spoke German or learned German language, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Okay, I think that's what it is. I mean,
it could be.
it
It
makes
could be.
sense to me. It makes sense to me the way
It
that
could
spirit
be.
works. It kind of makes sense to me, but okay. I feel like she was like really like very, very grandmotherly, if that makes sense. Like, especially with food.
Yeah.
So, because I see her are like cooking and putting plates in front of people, like, you eat, kind of like that. That feeling. I don't know if she spoke like that, but that's kind of the
Yeah,
way it's coming to me.
I would wake up as a child when we were staying with them. I would wake up as a child and she would always be in the kitchen. Like whenever I would wake up, she would be in the kitchen and she would always be cooking. Always. Whenever we come
Mhm.
visit, the first thing that we smell is the food.
That's why I'm like, she's like in the kitchen, and I can hear all this, commotion in the kitchen, like I'm cooking with dishes and stuff. And then it's like I'm always putting plates in front of people, like trying to force food upon them, even if they're not hungry.
Yeah. Yep.
The balls aren't going off, Tracy. I didn't see it, so. Um, okay, she's making my head kind of hurt. Um, but there's a reference to like I don't understand this vision. Let me see if I can just kind of like explain it to you. I think she's taking me back in time. Did they immigrate from another country or immigrate to another place from one place to another? Because she keeps showing me
In
like
a
black and
way,
white,
black and white what?
like black and like I feel like she takes me back to like black and white and like them like walking somewhere. Like if I'm like to immigrate to somewhere or go somewhere different, either another country or something of that
Oh
sort.
my God. Oh my God. Where are they walking through? Can you see what they're walking through?
No, I just see them like say I was put back in time and everything was like black and white to tell me it's old.
Yeah.
Like that's how they do it. And I just see them like walking. So I would through somewhere,
Okay,
some
can
kind
you
of
see them who is
I don't know.
walking
It's just
with her?
I can't see everything clearly. It's more like her with probably family members, black and white, walking through somewhere. Like I'm either trying to cross the border, I'm trying to immigrate somewhere. We're walking through land with like dirt and dust. I don't it can be symbolic too, but it feels like the way I want to take it is I immigrated somewhere or I came from somewhere else or I went through hard times to get to somewhere.
Yes, they walked through the woods when the Germany occupied part of Poland. We have Polish descent, so
So they could have been
her and her
as like an
mother, they
escaping or
walked through the
immigrating.
woods.
Okay.
Yeah, they walked to the woods, through the woods to the other country, which is Belarus,
Okay.
to escape the Nazis. So
That's
they
what it felt
walked
like.
over the border to escape. They immigrated essentially to
That's what it felt
move
like is
away.
like we're leaving somewhere, going somewhere else. It's black and white, it's old, and like we have
Yeah,
to.
for
You
the
know what I mean? Like
child.
there's hardship with that feeling of the chills. There's hardship with that feeling of,
Yep.
leaving and seeing them walking
Yeah.
together.
It was very
Okay,
hard.
so that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Give me the chilies. Um, I don't know nothing about history. Just saying. So if I ask you what it means, um, there's a reference to Soviet Union.
Yep. Well, it was up until rather recent history. The Soviet Union ceased to exist in 91. My country was under parliament, and the first president was elected in 94. So it's pretty recent. Soviet Union was still on that territory until
Okay.
91.
That makes sense then. Why
And
she'd
it
bring it
really
up.
never left. It really never left politics. The Soviet Union is still there. It's just not called Soviet Union.
Okay. That makes sense. I can see why she would bring it in then. I don't, like I said, I don't know anything about, I don't know anything about the history or where anything is. So if I hear it
Also,
and it makes sense,
politics.
I'm glad.
She may say it because politics, the Soviet Union, because of the political situation, I was not able to return and I was not able to see her in 20
Okay.
years.
Okay.
I was not able to go back.
Okay. That makes sense. So it's like a double meaning for it, the multiple meaning
Yeah,
thing. Okay. Gotcha. So she wasn't able to see you because of the Soviet Union situation then.
right.
That makes sense. Okay. Because I feel like family was everything to her, but I do get like hardships. Like, this like the time of the Cold War?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. She's
Well,
giving me a history lesson.
she lived through it.
Okay. She's giving me a history lesson because I don't know
There's
any.
a lot of it. Yeah, there's a lot of history. Sorry.
Yeah. She, she like because I don't remember history from when I was in school. I don't remember any of this. So she's giving me the history lesson. So I'm just like saying this, like hoping it's right. Okay. She's very like strong. Um she didn't take any shit. Like she's very gentle, but at the same time, like don't cross her. That makes sense.
Very gentle,
Yes, very gentle, but I feel like if she needed to be strong in
but
that way,
very
she
don't
was
cross.
strong in that way. You know what I mean? Like she didn't take shit as a woman, um, which is kind of hard at that time, but I feel like, you know, as she grew and evolved and as things shifted and changed, you know, she found her power a little bit more. That's the way it's coming in anyways. Um, through all the hardships and whatnot. Okay. But yeah, I feel like she's very she always wanted her family taken care of, her family protected. And um she says that's like why she fled and ran away. Now I have a question. When she fled, was there like unrest or bombings or anything like going on behind her? Or would that reference the Cold War? Or I'm not sure because I feel like I'm in front of bombs going off behind me or in front of stuff going off behind me. I don't know how else to explain
Uh,
that.
that, well, she was a child, and yes, they were running from the Nazis that were right behind them.
Okay.
So there were bombings, and there were villages that were being occupied and burned, and people killed. So they were running for the war, and bombings happening right behind them as they were walking. So
That
yes,
makes sense
but
because I feel like it's
she
like
was a
back
child.
there, but we're running from
Yeah,
it, but it's back there. Okay, that
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
Okay, perfect.
He was right behind them.
These are like visions and stuff I've never gotten before, so I'm like having to kind of piece it. Um
Yeah. Okay.
so were you there when you were a baby?
There where? Do you
Um
mean where she lived?
yeah, where she was at? Were you around her when you were a baby?
I was around for where I was a child, yes.
Okay. Because she shows me her holding you as a baby, but you were like black and white.
Yes.
Okay. She talks about like her being proud of you, like her not getting to fully see you grow up, right? Because you left at a certain time, like she,
Yeah.
and I don't know why she's not giving me her passing other than I can't breathe right now. I feel like I can't breathe, so there's something with breathing involved, lungs or heart, usually what causes that. Um, but I feel. Do you know if she ever had a stroke?
2.
Okay, because my head was hurting earlier, and then she said stroke.
Yeah. Her last passing, the last thing that happened to her was the stroke.
Okay, that makes sense. That would be why my head like started hurting, and then, but I can't breathe either. So do you know?
And she had heart issues her whole life.
Okay, okay. But she's talking about like she wants to talk about like you growing up into this fine woman and her being so like proud of your strength. So I don't know, like, do you have like a career? She's focusing like on your career or what you do for work for some reason.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
And it
Um,
being like also like being powerful for being a woman because back then it was different being a woman than it is now.
yes.
And I
Very.
just got the chills again. Um have you thought about writing a book?
Yes.
Okay. This is
That's
real and everything.
interesting.
Um
Okay.
I know she showed me you writing the book like she wants you to write the book. Because I feel like you've reached into the family history, like you've bbeen trying to learn all of this and now you want to put it into a
I
book.
have. I have.
Okay. You
Okay.
act like they don't know these things. You look really surprised.
Because I haven't told anybody.
Well, yeah. You spirit
I've
knows
been
all.
doing research. I've been doing research on my family, and I've been like planning to like put it all out together for the things that I went through, the things that I have seen, the things I learned, but
Mhm.
also for my family because my family is very diverse. They all came from different areas and different walks of life, but through certain circumstances, things changed. So I wanted to kind of bring it all together.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've never told anybody though.
She don't need to tell
That's
nobody. She
interesting.
knows. She knows what you're doing. Um,
Okay.
and that's another thing she's proud of because you're gonna be the voice for um like, she keeps giving me chills. She's gotta quit doing that.
She's a
um
strong woman.
she is. That's what I'm saying. She's very strong and she's very like just like the way she's like I said, she's teaching me, and I feel like that's how she was. She would teach when it came to
Yep.
life lessons or however she was, and so she's kind of doing that with me too. But also, um, like she's proud of the book because it's like it teaches history. It teaches what happened to the family and in the past and the generations, and it kind of teaches.
There is also a book already written. Sorry. There is a book about her family,
Mhm,
her previous generation, who came to that land and they established the village and they were killed by the Soviets.
mhm.
So there's already a book about those who never made it.
So
So
multiple
that could be
meanings, but
referenced
she
too.
knows that you because I keep seeing a book, but she knows that you are also writing a book. So it's a multiple meaning thing. And it's important. It's important for people to know that because of history repeating itself. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's important for
Right,
people to
right,
learn from the past. Okay.
right. Yeah.
I feel like she was very protective of her family. Um did your name there's something with your name. Was it a hand down name, first or middle? Were you named after somebody?
After her.
Okay.
I
That's
was
what I was
named
thinking.
after
That's how
her.
I wanted to take it. Okay. Like, so you're a namesake.
Yep.
Okay. Makes sense. That's where she was going. Because it's like I took my name and I hand it down. Perfect. And you have a lot of her strength.
I
So again,
do. I just don't have
there's
her
something in
patience.
your career that you're doing that like she's super proud of.
Huh. Um, it could be because as a child I was struggling. I have ADHD.
Don't we all?
I'm quite smart in many ways.
Mhm.
I'm good at many things. I'm just not excellent at anything. I'm just good at many. And as a child, I was horrible at math because it's numbers, and numbers don't make sense. They do not make sense. They're just numbers. They're
I'm with
squiggles.
you. I don't think our brain works that way. I can't do math. I can't do math at all.
So
I have to count on my fingers.
I am now a very successful banker
Okay, there you
who
go.
works with numbers every single day, and I
So
happen
you
to love
overcame
them.
it. You overcame it.
I I found my passion. I found my way. It's like now it makes sense. I made it make sense. I made it make sense, but also I lead with a purpose. I have a purpose. I have a goal that's more than just your corporate or something else. I have a goal of doing the right thing, making people happy, delivering the thing that's going to make somebody's life better, fixing something for somebody, providing a product that's going to better their life. I have a goal of doing the right thing for people. But while doing that, I'm also working with numbers every single day. That
Yep.
was never my strong subject.
Mhm.
So I can see why she would be so proud of me because I came from nothing as a immigrant with nothing. And not only I succeeded, but I also am working in a field that nobody of my family, anybody could have thought I could have actually do well.
Yep. Yep. That's where the pride comes in at because she's like talking about your pride and she highlights your career and all that you're doing.
I'm so happy she's
She's
proud of me.
super smart. Oh yeah, of course she is. Like you meant a lot to her, even though she didn't get to be with you, for the last 20 years. The time that you did spend. I don't know, did she like teach you things? Did she like teach you like how to read or because I see her like sitting there with a book
Yep,
with you.
read.
Okay.
She taught me how to read. I was reading at 4 years old. She would read with me every single day.
Yep.
And
That's
over
what she was showing me.
summer, I would stay with her. And before we go to nap, she would say, "You need to read this chapter." And then we go nap. And then we do things. And then she's like, "You need to sit down and read now."
Mhm.
So, and she would sit in a chair and she would listen to me read. And she's like, "You need to read out loud." And I would read. There was a story, I think, about some geese or something. But I would read, and I was 4 years old when I was reading
Mhm.
full sentences.
Yeah, that's what she
And
was
she
showing
would
me,
go
like
on
her
to
sitting
talk.
down. She was showing me her sitting down with a book with you and teaching you. So
Yeah.
that was very prominent time. Very prominent time for her and for you. You
She's
know?
also a librarian, so she would take me to
Yeah.
the library and she would allow me to read any books I wanted, even if it was like biology for ninth grade or 11th grade, big books that most kids wouldn't read. She would allow me to read and explore and ask questions and learn. So she was really trying to teach me and allow me
Yep.
to read.
Yep. Okay. Um, and because like I think she liked to read herself too, so she felt it was very important that you knew how to do that. Like she liked books. That's why she worked in the library and I feel like she read a lot of different books and knew a lot of different things and that's why she's also teaching me. Reminding me of history because I don't know any of this. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So just the moments that, she loved you, the moment she was with you, like she cherished those for a really long time. And I don't know, did you guys write letters back and forth or was there any sort of conversations where you guys kept in touch? I keep seeing it as letters, but it can be any kind of communication.
No, it was very hard. It was very hard for me to reach her.
Do you know of any
And
letters?
honestly,
Do you know of any letters
yeah,
significantly? I don't know if it's like just one letter or I just keep seeing a letter, but it's like written in pencil. Those old timey letters. Um, because I
no.
keep seeing it. So put a pin in it. I don't know if you're gonna find old letters in your archives. Where you're looking, I don't know. I just or it's somebody else on the other side, but I keep seeing letters with handwritten like in pencil. And if it looks like it's old, like old cursive. No.
I kept envelopes that she gave me Christmas money with my parents that they gave me. I kept those envelopes because her handwriting is on it.
Okay. I guess we could take it as that because it's I could just there's differences
It
on the
could be something
handwriting and the
else.
letter. Yeah. I don't know. You might find there's like a little note tucked in somewhere or something that you have. I don't know. Um, that's just how she's showing it to me.
Is there a message for me, maybe, or something? Is sh hmm. I feel really bad because I was not able to visit for 20 years, but
Yeah, but
she
a
was
lot
a
of that
person
wasn't
who
your
was so
fault.
important.
That's
I
why she
know.
brought up the Soviet Union thing. So that wasn't your fault. She knows what distance does. There's no kind of she still loves you regardless. Okay, there's still always that connection. There was always that connection even though you were here and she was there. She was happy that you came here and that you've grown your life and you've expanded your life. The she says like world of possibilities, right?
Right,
Following your dreams. That's what she knew that you came here for a
right.
better future for yourself. And that's what she's thankful for is that you get to because we all have a path and she's happy that you're living your path. You've chased your dreams. You're doing what you want to do. And that's what's important to her. She knows that you love her. She knows that none of that was your fault. Unfortunately, sometimes things like that just happen, but it doesn't change the way that someone feels about us or how they're connected to us. And in
Right.
spirit, she's always connected to you. And they don't hold on to anything anyways, but there's there's none of that feeling that I'm getting from her. She's just glad to see you're doing okay and that's the kind of woman she was. Like that's why she's highlighting your career so much. That's why she's highlighting the book. Like she knows what you're doing. She knows you're successful in what you're doing. And so you literally came to the world of possibilities and you're living your dreams. You're chasing them. And that's what she wants. That's her biggest message. That and her love for you that has transcended time and space. Has never gone anywhere. That connection is always there. And you can talk to her whenever you want to anyways.
I have been. I
Where do you
just
have
also
like a
don't
light that
know.
flickers? Do you have a light that flickers? If not, hang on to it. I keep seeing or I see like a light bulb in like a lamp or something and it's flickering. Um so if
Well,
that
my husband just replaced one.
was it flickering?
Yeah,
It was flickering?
yeah.
There wasn't
And
anything
that was
wrong with
actually,
there wasn't anything wrong with the light.
I don't know, the bulb.
Yeah, there wasn't anything wrong with it. She was flickering it. She shows me. It's a lamp and it's flickering.
Okay, I'll pay attention. Maybe there'll be something else flickering.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I don't think it was really the bulb unless she just used the weakness in the bulb to flicker it, but she's showing me like the bulb flickering.
Could
So
it
was
mean
it
something
flicked?
else?
What? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's symbolic. Like you said, the other bulb was flickering, right? Before you replaced it?
Yeah, there were actually several of them.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Like several bulbs in several areas. And my
Yeah.
husband was trying to throw it away. And I'm like, is it broken? He's like, no, it still works. It just flickers. And I'm like, well, let's hold on to it. I'm like, I mean, it's not broken. Like, it still works. Maybe it's just electrical stuff. It's an old house. But he replaced bulbs in like two different areas, the bedroom and the hallway downstairs,
I'm
because it
just
was
laughing
flickering.
because she's literally tell you that she's flickering the bulbs, and your husband just changed them. She was using the weakness in the bulbs to flicker them. So that was her. That's just her validation of letting you know it was her.
That's okay. We have other bulbs that are
Yeah,
older. It's all good. I'll tell my
that's just
husband.
her. That was just her sign to let you know, like she's around. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
All
And
right.
she's just validating that by bringing it up.
Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Because the timeline aligns too with her passing when
Yeah,
she
what's the
passed
reference
away.
to like what's the reference to like last year? What was going on last year?
Oh my God, so much. I don't even know. What is the reference? Because there's so
So
much
it's
going
usually
on.
when something big happens, a passing, a birth, some kind of big event, but they'll usually like take me to like last year. Something to do with someone's health, a wedding, anything.
2 years ago, I became a citizen from legal resident. I became a citizen 2 years ago.
Oh,
Last
that's
year, nothing really. I changed a job. I went from one bank to a different bank. Last
did
year was
anybody
a change of jobs.
did anybody pass last year
Not that I know of.
or get sick or anything?
Not that I know of.
Okay, just put a pin in it because she just keeps taking me like middle next year, like July-ish time frame.
Why?
So I don't know. I don't know if it's like
Okay.
you or somebody else in the family, but I just keep going to last year. Okay. And then she takes me to the beginning of the year this year.
This year?
Yeah, like January, February time frame.
Yeah, I'm not
Put a
certain.
pin in it because a lot of people have times with they don't realize it till later. It's fine. Um, but her biggest message is that she's proud of you. Okay. She's obviously around you. She knows what you're doing. And it's okay that you can visit. She understands. She knows. She's having a gay old time on the other side. Like she's free. She learned her lessons when she was here, and she had a lot more harder lessons than a lot of other people. Like I keep getting like 1944, and I can't figure out what that is. If that's like a
That's the year they came over.
okay,
That's the year that they crossed.
okay. I was getting it earlier, and
Yeah.
then like we got on something else. So
Yeah. No, 44. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 44 is the year they crossed the border
okay, perfect.
because the Nazis were right there.
Okay, that makes sense.
45 is when it was over.
That makes sense because of all the stuff she brought in about crossing and everything, and then for her to bring in the year, like she was bringing it earlier, and it went away and it came back. So just to validate.
Also,
But
her brother passed away in a
okay.
crossing.
Um, so she's she's excited to see what the book's gonna hold. I think you're gonna find some interesting stuff, you know. Um,
Is is there anything
don't give up on it.
like
Just tell her story. Just tell the story. Just tell the story.
all right, all right, okay.
It's
I'll
important to
need
tell
to.
stories of the past for the future, is what she's saying. And plus, she loved books. Why wouldn't she want you to write a book? She's like, look at this. Like I read to you, I taught you how to read, and now you're writing your own book.
It's gonna be a rough.
She'll be with you as you do
rough
it. You take all
interview.
the time you need to do it. You know what I mean?
All right. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so very much for all your
You're
insight.
welcome. She's with some I think I would say it was her brother. Was he younger when he passed? I'm sure he was.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, they show as they were when they passed, but I see like a younger male with him. So her, I mean. So yeah. Very much in the light, loving it over there.
So if I talk to her, she will hear me,
Yeah.
right?
You don't need a medium to talk to your loved
I know.
ones. You can talk to them. You anything that you're thinking, right? They can hear. Like you can say something in your head and they're gonna hear it. Just like you said, you hadn't told anybody about the book. She wanted to. That was a good validation for you, because who's gonna know that? She's gonna know that.
Yeah, I think I might want to schedule a little bit more with you just to look a little deeper into that because she was very, very, very important to me. And I feel like it just
Yeah, I
ended
never
so
stop it,
abruptly.
Kai. I mean, I never know what I'm gonna get, so you know.
I know.
But I think
There are other questions.
she gave me a history lesson today. So
Oh yeah, yeah, she's good for that.
very
She was
cool.
the most gentle soul. She was so sweet, so kind, but she was God. Like underneath there was
A
fire.
force. That's what I'm
There
saying, a
was
force.
fire, there was a strength like you wouldn't believe. But on the
Yep.
surface, it was so hard to make her angry. You could never
Yeah.
make her angry. She was
That's what I'm
just
saying.
so
Like
like, okay.
she could be a force if she wanted to, but she was always very gentle. Do you know what I mean?
She
Like
was
that's what I
very,
was
very
trying to
gentle.
explain earlier.
But she had a force within her.
Yeah.
She was the head of the university library for probably 20 years or so. She
Yep.
was a woman in power when women did not get to be in power.
Yep.
It was, she was a very significant person in the city, and she also came from nothing. But she was the most kind, gentle, and patient person ever. I've
Hmm.
never seen her angry, not once. I mean, but you could just feel her strength. You
Yeah,
just
it
never
wasn't
saw
coming
it come
across like
out.
she was angry or anything. It was more like a powerful, like
Powerful.
powerful
She was
within,
very powerful. So that's probably also a good lesson. I need to be harnessing my power from within. I mean, I am
Yes,
named after her.
you're very much like her. You don't carry her name for no reason, okay? Genetics
Yeah,
are a
okay.
thing.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, well, thank you so much, Rochelle.
thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you
for
so much for
sharing
your
her with me.
friendship.
I enjoyed her. So I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you, Rochelle.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
Good night.
Okay, I missed some stuff. If you ever got a reading and say you fell asleep, sometimes I don't keep track, sometimes I do, you got to email me. But we can do your question now if Cece is still here, or she can email me whatever she wants to do. I was trying to see if I had an email from her, and I didn't. So, if people leave, I always say you got to email me. I can't chase people that I don't know where they're at. You know what I mean? So, um, let me go back to the comments because I did not read them while we were going on, so I can make sure. And I think that's the only thing I saw that was. Why didn't the balls go off? That one keeps going off. It's pissing me off. Go on and stay on. Um. Okay. I didn't see it go off. Oh, hey Lisa. I know. I think we're all obsessed with the balls. I'm obsessed with the balls, Sherry. I love when they go off. Um. I'm trying to see. Thanks, Patty. It's not me. It's just spirit. I just have to relay what they give me. CC, are you still here? Whoa, crap. I went too fast. Hold on. She can CC, you can email me, have her email me for the question or whatever that I owe her. I don't have anybody else in line yet, but that's why I'm going back over the comments because I missed all of this. I have a $15 payment from you, Cece, not 25, but you can email me for your question. Thanks, Tracy, for holding it down in the comments. Caitlin, did you end up? Oh, I'll wait till I go. Did you end up? Let me see. It smells like food in my house now. Her grandma. None are in the K, Diane. Yeah, I don't have anybody else in. Hey, Juniper, good to see you. I don't have anybody else in the I don't have anybody else in queue. Okay. I don't know why I'm just adding all these. Yeah, you got to email me if you don't get your question answered. I can't go chasing people. So I always tell people to email me if they fall asleep. They got to email me. Know how to reach me. Know where I'm at. Thanks, Patty. Just spirit. All spirit. Okay. We've all got ADHD, man. You don't have to show your face. You can just show your voice. You don't have to join with video. Nothing wrong with anybody's accent. We don't judge here. If you did intuitive guidance, you don't need to come up. You just ask the question in chat and validate it in the chat. Okay, I have Kaylin. So Kaylin, you did intuitive guidance, so you don't need to come up for that. You can do that in the chat. I mean, unless you just want to, but we don't need you to. Jeep, what did you donate for? One question, the yes or no question. Where did you donate it to so I can make sure I have it? Is it the yes no question, Jeep? So if nope, I just have one question. I don't have any mediumship. The yes no question. Okay. Okay, is it a yes no question? Did you do 7 or 25, Jeep? I'm doing my list right now. Whatever you guys want to do. I'm so lost. Trying to figure out what's going on. If it's intuitive guidance, it wouldn't be on a loved one usually. Okay, Jeep. Was it $7 or 25? 7. Okay. All right. Sorry, I had to catch up. Because I wasn't doing anything with that when I was doing my reading. So okay. So we're gonna have Caitlin, who's 25. She's gonna get mini reading off of one question, and then Jeep, you're gonna get a yes no question with a little bit extra. Okay. It doesn't matter, broken blue, but whatever works. That's the link trees for whatever works for you. It was good for me. It doesn't really matter. So that's why the link tree is there for people that have different ways to pay. Some people have Cash App, some people don't. Some people have PayPal, some people don't. So it doesn't really matter. I get it all the same anyways. Yeah. So whatever you guys want to do. Starting to get cold though, so I'm gonna have to get the show on the road because it's 49. I don't want to leave it too cold out there for the dogs. And I'd have to bring them. If I bring them in, it'd be like a 10-minute pause. I don't want to do that. Okay, so Caitlin, intuitive guidance, I will pick up on stuff that's like where your path is now, the most likely possibility, most likely outcome. You just ask your question in the chat and then you'll validate as I go along. It's anything about your life, not mediumship. And then Jeep will do yours is yes or no, okay? And then you'll give a little extra with the answer that you receive. But first we're gonna do Caitlin's real quick. So I think that's her name. Caitlin. Is it Caitlin? Yeah, Caitlin Jones. It's weird because Jones keeps coming in the EVP when we do it. It's coming like 3 or 4 times. Okay, Caitlin, go ahead and ask your question. It was a great history lesson. I was afraid to say because I was like, I don't even know if this is right. Not now. So a lot of times when we're struggling with it, right? It means it's not the right timing. Yeah. So hold on, Cece. I'll answer a question in a minute. Well, let me say it now. So intuitive guidance is specifically about your life, about your situation. I don't like to take mediumship questions because, like, if you want to do a mediumship reading, that's different. Like, you can come up and do a mediumship reading, but through email, it's too hard. And through intuitive guidance question, it's too hard. So, because it just is. I don't like to do mediumship that way. I like to give the proof of who I'm speaking to because I could tell you anything. So I don't like to do it that way. All right, back to Caitlin. So it depends on what you want to do. If you wanted to do mediumship, then you'd have to pay. So yeah, if you have intuitive guidance question that you paid for last year, and you didn't email me and didn't get your reading, then you can. I mean, I have a $15 payment from you from last year. So if you didn't get if you went to sleep and you didn't email me, then you can go ahead and either you can wait and I can answer it in a minute. Well, I'm going to answer this question first. If you're doing mediumship, then you would just take 55 and minus the 15 that you paid last year. And that's what you'd owe for mediumship if you want to do that. And you'd have to come up for mediumship, or you can just ask a question. So the ball's going off. So I'm not sure what you want to do. I thought you were emailing and leaving. I don't really know what's going on. So Caitlin. So the thing is like a lot of times, like, we have to focus on ourselves, right? We have to learn that self-love. And if you're feeling discouraged, then it's not something you need to look for. So a lot of times, like, things come to us in the divine timing when our soul is ready and when it is time ready. Do you know what I mean? So when you're not looking for it, it's going to find you. I feel like there's a lot of love that you need to do on yourself, raising your vibration, focusing on what you're focusing on in life right now, whether that be something with your career, something else with your life. It doesn't feel like it's the right time. If you're feeling discouraged about dating, then it's not the right time. It's like, that's the universe telling you it's not the right time. Okay. So I feel like eventually it will come. All right, but I would do some meditation for love blocks. And also getting your, like I said, loving yourself, getting your vibration up, and also feeling like you're worthy, because there's some kind of, like, maybe you don't feel worthy. I don't know if this has anything to do with the past or not, but there is a way to kind of get over that hump and start feeling like, yes, I do deserve it. And when you're not looking for it, that's when it'll find you. Usually. That doesn't mean like they're going to get dropped on your doorstep, okay? Because they're not. You have to make yourself available to the universe. You're available whenever it's time. The best things come to those who wait, that's what I'm hearing, and when you're not looking for it. Because when you're looking for it, you get obsessive over it. It kind of blocks the energy. You have to just allow for it to happen, because anybody that we choose to be in our life, we picked before we were ever born. That doesn't mean we don't have times where we meet people and we don't have lessons with them. We meet everybody we're supposed to meet. We have those lessons as we go along in life. So I feel like within the next 3 years, now this is just a time frame, okay? Free will. He has to be ready. You have to be ready. The way that it works out, everybody has to be ready at the right time, or your partner, whoever you're going to meet. So it's a ways off, but there's a lot of other things that you can focus on. And that's I usually pick up like your soulmate, the one you're supposed to be with, not if you're dating in between. You sent 15 last year, so you would do 55 minus 15. If you're wanting to switch it to mediumship. But Caitlin, are you like working on your career right now? I'll explain it in just a minute. I'm getting a little distracted here. I don't want to get distracted from Caitlin. So, is there something that you're working on right now? Why do I hear like a project, or I don't know if you're creative at all? I know, but is that what you're focused on right now? Because I feel like you're on a momentum that if you were to bring in a relationship now, it's going to take you off that momentum, if that makes sense, right? We can always grow and evolve in our in life and in our career, all right? Sometimes we're just not supposed to have somebody until later on in life. I still think there's some more there. You could do some more growing in your career eventually, or there might be some like it's almost like it would be a disturbance in some way. That's the way that it's coming in, but I just feel like it's not the right time. Like either that's on your side or on their side. It's not the right time. But it will be the right time. But the biggest thing is like you have to like not feel discouraged because when we put those negative energies into it, right? That's what we manifest. When we start looking for something and we kind of get like, oh, we'll just take whatever we can get, that's when we start to attract the same people we used to have that didn't work out. So it's about raising your vibration, it's about loving yourself, and it's about putting out to the universe, you're ready when it's time. But I do see someone coming in, but I feel like there's a little ways off where their energy just isn't like in your energy yet. So they give me a time span. You know what I mean? A time span of like 3 years. That doesn't mean it's going to take 3 years, okay? That's just from between now and then because a lot of things can shift and change depending on the like direction you take, the direction they take. All right? But I definitely feel like there's kind of like I feel like a gentle kind of geeky type guy, kind of tall. There's a reference to brown hair and like glasses, but he looks smarter with the glasses, not geeky, but like handsome smart, if that's the way it is. And so I feel like again that there might be some shifts and change in your life that you're gonna have to go through before this person comes in. Him too. So it could be, sometimes our life partner we're supposed to meet is in like another relationship. Like it's just not the time. I always tell people everything in divine timing, right? The more we look at it, the more we push it. We kind of like push it away because it's just not time for it. I haven't even seen the balls go off. Oh, you guys are tripping out. And when you meet this person, it's going to be different than you've ever had before. Like you would have raised your vibration and been prepared for it. But again, you can remove love blocks because a lot of times we have these things like maybe we feel like we don't deserve love or maybe we feel like we're never going to meet that person. You have to stop the negative thoughts and feelings and thoughts about that. Also, affirmations. Affirmations like I am divine love, I will attract divine love, like anything like that will work. The higher your vibration, the more you put it out and just kind of leave it alone and make yourself available, that's when it'll come. But I do see somebody in your energy field. It's interesting they show me it. I don't know. I feel like it's symbolic in the way that you meet. I don't know why I keep getting reference to like a waterfall behind me, like almost like Niagara Falls. Not that you meet it, not that's where you meet, but it's weird. It's like the vision I get is like you two coming together like this, and there's like a waterfall behind you. I don't freaking know why they're showing me that, but yeah. Now I see it going off. Kai, don't you dare. I'll spray you. So it'll come, but it's just not the right timing right now. And don't feel like discouraged or anything. They're saying don't do the online dating. I don't know if that's what you're doing. Yes. So work on new things in your life. Like find a hobby or something. Find new things to do. So that's good. I feel like there's like a hobby or creative endeavor you could really get into and like, do you know what I mean? So have you been dating online? Okay, she has been. See? Spirit knew. Get off online. Anywhere is dating, unfortunately. And anywhere is dangerous, unfortunately. That's what worries me all the time. She said I'll stop. Okay. I mean, I feel like there's like a good project that maybe you can get into, like a creative project or hobby or something. You know, maybe a side hustle. I don't know. Feels like there's more you're supposed to do before you meet this person, basically, is the way it's coming in. All right. I hope that was helpful. You'll have to let me know when that happens. I keep seeing him in like one of those checkered shirt short sleeves. He's like super tall. I don't know. He's like cute geeky. So yeah, well, I know, but yep, hiking. So there's I just keep seeing like two people like meeting like, and there's it feels like I'm at Niagara Falls, but I don't know if like if it's like symbolic or like you happen to go on a trip there, what this is. It's like I'm on this bridge and there's a waterfall there. You know what I mean? I see like come together. It's the weirdest thing. We don't want to be mapping Kaylin. No. um all right. So I want to answer Cece's question. So my question is for Cece is are you wanting a question right now or are you wanting to change it to mediumship? That's my question. Because I'm confused. I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on right now. And then I'll go to Jeep's question because it's just yes or no. It'll take me a couple minutes. But I want to make sure I get this taken care of because I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on. Okay. So it would be if she wanted just the question. I'm getting a yeah on that, Jeep. Like I can't change it to no. So I'm getting a yeah on that. I don't know if it'll be like a huge publishing, but I think it'll get in the paper somewhere. Um Yeah, I'm thinking so. I'm thinking you're gonna get I think it'll get published. Are you wanting to like do other writings? I don't know why it's coming in like something about like blogs or writing for other I feel like it's more like online things, not like hand papers. So I would look into that. I don't know why that's coming in. Okay. All right. Yeah. I feel like you'll do like the online stuff for sure. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like you'll do pretty good. Yeah, blogs and writing and all of that. Yeah. Online writing. I think you will. Yeah. I think you'll get a good response. I'm getting yes. I keep trying to change it to no and I can't. So that tells me, yeah. I think it's either this time or another time, but I feel like yeah, you'll get a when I looked at your question, they gave me a yes right away. So I think it'll go good. And then I think you'll do good with like the blogging and online stuff too. Online websites, whatever it may be, whatever you write for. And yeah, do your books. I feel like you're procrastinating on the books for some reason and there's no need to. You guys keep saying the balls and they're not going off. Like I'm literally looking at them. I think you guys are seeing like the lights, like I don't know, reflection or something. Okay. So this is what I want to explain to Cece. Okay. So you don't really need help with blogging. So you can there's lots of YouTube videos on like how to get started blogging and stuff. I would go and research on how to do that. And then see what the best websites are and stuff to go and blog. There's lots of There's lots of, and you can get paid for it too. There's lots of YouTube videos on how to do that. Look, there goes the balls. Now I see the balls. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, Cece, let's get this fixed because I'm so like fucking confused. Okay. I have 15 last year. October 23rd. Because I looked up Cece. Unless there's another. Hold on one second. Is your name Cindy? Okay, so I had you for private spirit led. The 4th. Hold on, I know how to hold on a second. Shit, I have a lot. I can't go through. Okay, so whatever you said you paid, whatever, I trust you. So, because I can't find it right now. When I type it in, it shows up, but there's like it's all my list of things from YouTube, or I mean from PayPal. So if you paid 20 last year, or whatever you paid last year, right? Just subtract that from 55 and pay the difference, and then you can do mediumship next. If I'm making sense. Okay. Oh, you donated for one more question? Okay, what's your... I'm going to do the question before I do the YouTube, before I do the mediumship, because the mediumship's longer. Good night, Melinda. Yeah. So what I want you to... There's something coming, like they want you to work on your writing for some reason. Like I feel like you're supposed to write. And you can get paid for blogging. So there's that's coming in. There's lots of YouTube videos on like side hustles for writing. I would look at that for some reason because that's coming in. But then there's also something else coming in. So I don't know if you do like any technical or like I don't know what this is. I don't know what kind of job this is. But yeah, I feel like December highlights. And I would look for online jobs too. And you might like just apply for different ones that you're qualified for. But I keep getting a reference to, I don't know if you've qualified, if you have put an application for something online or something like that, or off of a website or Indeed or one of those places. Because I keep getting like that. So I don't know if you like do technical stuff or a call center job. Possible. It feels like it's remote. So I feel like you're getting a job soon. Like, I don't know, December highlights for me, but it's like keep putting in those applications. And in the meantime, look for side hustle jobs for writing on YouTube. That's the way that's coming in. You didn't need to send the 56. You needed to delete. Can't talk. Subtract what I owe you for. Shh. Don't. Shh. Cindy. Okay. Okay, so you just sent the 30. You only sent 35 then, right? December highlights, yeah. Like I said, it feels remote, so I would apply for those remote jobs that I think you've been applying for, and then I would look for side hustles for writing on YouTube because they won't. I think you're gonna find something doing that. Okay, I'm glad you sent that to me because I was looking for it. So I'm confused. Are you wanting a question and a mediumship? You wanted me to answer the question and the mediumship? I'm so lost on what you're doing. Like I don't understand. Because you sent a question. So if you're sending a question, right, then I'll answer that question. That'll be the $20 question that I owe you. Or if you're wanting mediumship in a question, then you would just ask your question and do the mediumship separate. I'm so fucking lost. No, because she sent a question through email. So I'm so lost. I don't know what's going on. Hey, shh, hold on. Sorry. I thought something happened outside, but I think we're okay. All right. So we have. Hold on a second. I don't want to get too much going because it's almost 9 o'clock. So we're gonna probably. I probably can't take any more on a list tonight. So I'm just gonna finish what we have. Okay, because I can't seem to shorten my shit. All right. So we have Cynthia. Okay, so you're just doing mediumship then. Okay, I see. Right? Do I have that right? You just sent the extra for the mediumship, Cece? Okay, so we have Cindy and then we have Kelly. Kelly's just doing intuitive guidance, right, Kelly? But Kelly sent 33. So I'm not really sure because it's either 55 or 25 unless she's doing 25 plus extra tip. So you're doing intuitive guidance, right, Kelly? I'm so fucking lost. Like my brain is at like I'm not getting it. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for the tip, Kelly. I appreciate it. Okay. So then Cynthia, you sent the extra 35. Okay, you're good. Mediumship. Okay. So you sent altogether you sent 55. So that's your mediumship. So totally up to you. Either 2 questions. If you're asking a question and it's about a loved one, then I mean that's up to you. You'd have to send an extra 25 for your question. So that's up to you on what you want to do, or you can just do the mediumship now. I do email questions too, so you can always do email questions. I know, right? He's like something else today. Quit, Kai. I'm so glad he's getting fixed tomorrow. Like he's been humping today, like bad. The ball's going off. I know. I appreciate your guys' tips, sincerely. Okay, Jeep, what's your question? Hurry. All right, Kelly, Cindy, there's your link. Let me answer Jeep's question. Hurry, Jeep. You're driving me crazy. They highlight July. So I think, like, yeah, there's a good possibility that he will. July. Insignificant. Okay, so if you want a question, then you'd have to send an extra 25. But there's a StreamYard link for mediumship. I got it, Jeep. So I'm feeling like July next year really highlights. Yeah, I think you guys should find some good stuff to do, especially outside. For some reason, that's coming in. Like take a short trip, go on a hike, go somewhere cool. But like summer next year highlights, but specifically July really sticks out to me for some reason. So you guys are gonna make your own fun. Yeah, and I gotta hurry because it's starting to get cold outside, and I don't want to leave you guys like high and dry for 10 minutes while I let the dogs in. Yep, July highlights really big for me, for you. Okay. Oh, there goes the balls. So I think that's validating July. It's like repeating July. So I think it's a big possibility for July. You'll have to let me know. I'm gonna check her. She sent me an email with a picture, I think. So yeah, but I don't do mediumship through emails. And if you have an intuitive guidance question, it's not mediumship and intuitive guidance are two different things. So I don't like to do those through email at all. I'm looking for a picture. Did you send a picture of your dad? Cece, I need you to send me a picture. Clear eyes, clear face. They got to be by themselves. Most recent that you have, please. And then there's the link at the bottom. Yes. Link. Click the StreamYard link, but I need you to send me a picture. Clear eyes, clear face by themselves. Nobody else. If you got to crop it, that's fine. Most recent that you have. The ball's going off, so he's ready. Let's go. Chop, chop. It's 49 degrees outside. I got to hurry up. I left him out a little bit longer because it was warmer today, but it's getting cold. And I got to get my ass in bed. You should be able to click the streamer link on here. Hold on. I need you to send me a picture. Chop, chop. I sent it to an email. It's fine. Whatever way works. But I just need I need her to send a picture first so she's not frozen. Send me the picture. Most recent, clear eyes, clear face by themselves. If you got a crop, that is fine. Yep, the balls are going mad right now. So come on, he's waiting. Let's go. Chop, chop. Chop, chop. And then Kelly, you're afterwards with your question, okay? And then that's probably it. I don't think I'm missing anybody, right? Don't nobody else get on the list because I don't think I'm gonna have time. Look at that ball go. You better hurry up. Chop, chop. I cut it myself, Sandy. If you do have a question and you do have to leave, please email me, okay? A lot of times I don't know if people are going to email. Kai, would you quit? Yeah, I put it in I usually put it in a ponytail and cut it. That's how I usually do it. I'm not missing anybody, right? I just want to make sure. I put it in a ponytail and chop it, and it gives me my layers, and I do better than when I go in to get it done. I always like it better, so. Did you send me a picture already, Cece? Because I don't want her to freeze, so I want the picture before she comes up here. I don't see it yet. It's personal reading. I'm doing personal reading, but I'm not adding any more to the list because I don't think I'm gonna have time. Because I have to get up super early in the morning. I mean, you can ask a criminal. I mean, you can ask, if you have a crime you want to ask on that you can validate on. I mean, we could do that, but probably not tonight. Thanks, Broken Blue Blood. I appreciate that. I mean, it's up to you. It's your reading. But I'm not gonna do any more tonight. I think I have Cece, and then I have Kelly, and then I think that's it, correct? I don't have a picture yet. Yeah, I used to do long hair. I can't deal with it anymore. It's in the way. Because I just don't think I'm gonna have time. Like, it takes me a couple hours to take care of the dogs and stuff, and I have to get up at like 4 or 5 in the morning. So I don't want to go on like 2 hours of sleep because I'm gonna be up there all day running around. I think I'm gonna go and give the people a little visit that we're supposed to fix my car a year ago. I think I'll just drop right in. I don't know if they'll be open though because it's a holiday, but I'm waiting on a picture. Okay, hold on. There we go. I need you to crop it. Always remember whenever you're sending a picture to, I will try to crop it myself, but always remember when you're sending a picture to someone for mediumship reading, they've got to be by themselves because you'll pick up somebody else. Okay. I'm gonna try to, I think nope, it didn't save. Crap. I know it doesn't matter though. I don't want to pick up on you. I want to pick up on your dad. Do you know what I mean? Clear eyes, clear face, got to be by themselves. Stated this many times. I don't want anybody else in the picture for various reasons. I don't want to pick up on anybody's energy. I will try to just zoom into his face though and just kick you out of it. Sorry, but okay, we'll bring you up. It's all right. Don't worry about it. I zoomed it in. Sometimes email will let me zoom it in all the way, and sometimes it doesn't. So I just zoomed it in so I can only see him and not you. Because I don't want to pick up anything on you, although I might. It's what's the word? Disturbing of the energy, I guess. There goes the ball again. Okay, I got you. Are you here?
Hey.
Sorry about the confusion.
Hey, Rachelle, I just sent you the cropped just now.
Okay, that's all right. For some reason, sometimes like when you zoom in on email, Strayan quit. She's barking at nothing. And the ball's going off. That's your dad. When you like zoom in on email, sometimes it'll zoom in and sometimes it won't. I was able to zoom in and kind of cut you out that way. Sorry.
Okay. I did send the cropped right at the last moment, right when you said it's okay.
I gotta cut you out. Sorry. I just want to focus on him. I don't want. Sometimes other people's. The reason why is because sometimes other people's energy can be distracting, right? So.
But I'm right here. So how am I distracting you? Because my energy is right in front of you.
No, in the picture. I'm trying to just connect to him and zone into his energy, but your energy in the picture would be distracting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know what? I'm your #1 fan, so.
I'm glad. I hear that a lot. How many number one fans do I have? I'm not very much anybody's number one fan right now. I have people exiting Exodus the fastest they can.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm still your number one fan.
I
All
think
of
I've
your
lost
awesome.
350 subs or something in the last few months.
350 what?
Subs.
Lost or gained?
Lost.
Oh.
And
They're
I
not
lost
paying
like
attention.
I lost like 140 in like the last couple of days. I think I've lost like 15 since yesterday. So
They're not
they're
paying
exiting.
attention.
They're exiting stage left all at once. It's all right.
All of your work with the the submarine that imploded and exploded, the Idaho murders, the Ted Bundy channeling, the
Yeah,
murder.
people forget.
So
People
much
forget.
awesome shit.
I think so. I think Spirit's awesome. I think they give a lot of awesome shit, but for some reason,
like just unbelievable.
I'm 5'2", yellow. That's where the sassiness comes from, that and being Aquarius. All right. Why is he highlighting his brain?
Highlighting his what?
His brain.
That I don't know.
Like, did he have like any neurological thing or memory thing, cognitive thing, any kind of stroke?
No.
He didn't. How about anybody else? Because there's a brain that's being highlighted. It's either neurological, cognitive. The ball's going off. It's got to be something.
Not to my knowledge. No.
Because my head's also hurting.
Oh wow.
So he never had a stroke or anything?
No, he did not.
What about anybody else?
Not to my knowledge, and I promise I'm not being difficult. I promise.
No, I know. And I don't mean to be pushy, but I get a little pushy because it will I can't move on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I kind of get stuck on it because it's like they're like, yes, it makes sense. So I get a little pushy because it's like I can't move on to the next thing sometimes. So it's like something, either I'm misperceiving it or we're not getting it. Especially because the ball's going off. Okay, I'm going to try to get past it.
When you say the ball is going off, what does that mean?
Spirit's touching it.
Oh.
You see the balls light up behind me? That's Spirit's manipulating those.
Oh. Okay, sorry. I kept thinking
That's
like New Year's ball.
No, they're cat balls. So they're a lot of like investigators use them to, like, Spirit will touch them.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Did he ever have any headaches or anything?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay, I don't know what this is. Did he ever fall? Like, there's something here. Dizzy, fall. I don't know.
He did, to my knowledge, he did not fall. I promise you, I am not being difficult.
I'm just trying to make sense of the brain that keeps highlighting that I can't get rid of, and it's kind of driving me a little nuts because I'm not able to move on from that. Okay, here we go. I'll try.
Yeah, he never had migraines, none of that stuff.
I don't know. Like, my head's hurting.
That's horrible.
They keep highlighting the brain for me. It's gonna drive me fucking insane. Okay. Did he have why did I get like an up and down of like health issues? Was he struggling with health issues before his passing?
I think it was gradual, slow onset.
Okay, because I feel like it's like sometimes I feel okay, sometimes I don't. Like it's kind of like it feels like it's up and down. It feels like it was going on for a while because I get the word chronic. So that would tell me that something that was lasting a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. I'm telling you, that brain's gonna make sense. We're just not realizing it yet. Okay, I'm getting like the reference to like 3 years. So I don't know if like he struggled with it for 3 years, if 3 years before his passing things got a little different, but there's a 3-year time period that he's bringing up. So I don't know if it's like he started feeling symptoms, within that 3 years, and then things got progressive, but significantly 3, but I want to put it as 3 years, like a 3-year time frame, but I want to put it with his illness.
It's possible. I wasn't keeping track with specifics because they were just like really subtle things. So, but you feel like the 3 years it pertains to the sickness itself, right? Not something else.
I mean, it feels like when I'm trying to find out what was going on.
Yeah.
And when I tap into that, he like takes me like to the 3 years as being significant with his health. So something going on with his health for the 3 years prior to his passing, or the 3 years leading up to his passing, if that makes sense.
Okay.
That's the way that I'm perceiving it, unless you're perceiving it a different way. But there's a 3-year time period that seems to be having to do with his health. So I don't know if did he get diagnosed 3 years before his passing, or within the 3 years up to his passing?
No,
or did it get progressively worse the last 3 years?
There was no diagnosis of anything.
So I'm wondering if he was struggling this for like 3 years and just didn't tell you.
Oh, yeah. When I say struggling, like he was tired sometimes, you know what I mean? But there was no like diagnosis of anything like cancer or brain tumor. There was just nothing. And then shortly before he passed, he got a wrong diagnosis. So
Okay, don't tell me anymore.
Okay, I'll shut up.
Because that's okay. What I'm trying to figure out is I feel like he was struggling with things for about 3 years before his passing. Again, this can be I'm tired, I'm having issues, maybe I don't go to the doctor, maybe I go to the doctor. Like it's a chronic thing, right? Like there's chronic stuff going on. Either I'm tired, not myself, whatever. Like there's a chronic thing with the illness for the 3 years up to his passing. That's the way he makes me feel, like he was having issues that maybe he wasn't voicing or getting checked out because he didn't think anything of them.
I see.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I feel like he's one of those stubborn guys that like would like kind of just brush things off when it came to his own health. And I feel like he didn't tell you everything either.
Oh, very true. I mean, I don't know.
Because he didn't want you to worry.
Yeah,
I feel like,
yeah, go ahead.
Because I feel like he would kind of like, he was worried like if he would tell you, you would worry, or you would try to mother him. And he just didn't really want you to know what's going on. And again, I feel like he brushed a lot off, because I do feel like there's just stuff going on. There's like a chronic feeling here. I do feel kind of like this drain all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Like this drain of energy. So again, I don't know if he was just really tired or his energy would drain really quickly, but that's like what he's making me feel. I even feel a little high, which I'm not saying he did anything to make himself feel that way, but sometimes it makes me feel a little ungrounded, or if I feel that way, if I feel like if I'm taking medication even, you know what I mean?
Mm.
And it makes me feel a certain way.
Okay,
Kind of,
so for him, he did not take any medication. He didn't really do anything. Like he didn't have a diagnosis. He wasn't on any long-term medication. Um,
he's really affecting my head. Like I can't help it. Like I feel even a little bit dizzy. I feel tired. I feel dizzy. I feel this drain. I don't know if maybe he wasn't telling you about it. He didn't take it seriously. I don't know what this is. This is just how it's making my body feel. He's really not coming through as clear as I need him to. I mean, it feels like there's something chronic, but then all of a sudden, like something shifts and changes like really fast prior to passing. So I don't know if that's all of a sudden he started feeling a certain way, or all of a sudden something happened.
yeah, everything was. Are you asking me a question?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was. I think probably he wasn't feeling well for a while, like just like tired and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then towards the end, things happened pretty quickly.
Okay, that's the way. That's what I'm asking, because it feels like something shifts and changes really fast.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know if he had any like heart or lung related issues?
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm having a hard time breathing. So did he specifically have? Did he have heart issues as well?
I don't know that they were
Or is it just lung issues? Because sometimes they go hand in hand.
Yeah, I don't think that they were diagnosed the heart issue. I'm sorry, the really either prior to right before the passing. There was not like a diagnosis like I don't believe like you have this heart issue or this or that, but the passing did involve heart and I believe lung.
Okay.
Due to heavy. Well, I don't want to go into it, but connect the dots. Lungs, cigarettes.
Yeah. Because all of a sudden my chest got heavy, but like I want to contribute to both the heart and the lungs. And let me tell you, whenever I have heart issues and I'm feeling it in the body, I feel tired. I get a headache. Headache is actually involved with the heart. A lot of people don't know that. And I feel dizzy because of the blood pressure, right? I didn't know why I always feel headaches with heart, and then somebody came in the chat one time and was like, I have this going on with my heart and I always get headaches. So I think it goes like a hand in hand with the blood pressure. It's weird. It's like I'm putting up with all this stuff, but I'm not telling anybody, right? And then everything happens quick. And did he go to the hospital?
Yes.
Okay. So it's like everything happens quick, and then I'm like in the hospital, and like that's it. You know what I mean? Like it spiraled really fast, if that makes sense.
I think so, yeah.
After putting up with this, but not really telling anybody or anything like that. I really feel like the 3-year time frame has to do with him like getting symptoms and maybe pushing them aside or not telling you about them. I mean, that's the way he makes me feel about it. And I can also feel kind of, but he had medication in the hospital, did he not?
Probably. Yeah,
Okay.
I was not there.
Okay. But I would feel that if they put him on any kind of meds in the hospital. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised, but there wasn't like a medical like surgery or anything like that.
No, but sometimes when I put them in the hospital, if they're having pain, they'll give them a pain med. You know what I mean? If
True, true.
they're
Yeah,
having anxiety, they'll give 'em, so I will feel that. So that's
makes
why I think
sense.
I feel a little bit high, because I tend to do that a lot with people in the hospital because I'm feeling what they felt before they're passing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
But they don't really feel that anymore, right? I mean, they're just
No. They just
laying.
it's more of like validation for you, like to let me know, like to let you know, like this is like because I'm a medical medium and because I'm clairsentient that I feel that. So that I can relate it to you. Like this was what was going on. Um, but no, they don't have any of that on the other side.
Thank God.
They can sure make me feel it though. You know. Was
Yeah,
there ever like anything to like help him breathe or anything? Do you know?
not to my knowledge, no.
Okay.
No, they did
No,
not.
like oxygen or anything like that.
Well,
I keep
maybe.
hearing beeping. I keep hearing beeping of things, and so usually I get that in the hospital. Um, did he pass in the hospital?
Yes.
Okay. Because it's like that the beeping machines, you know, and then they show me like the thing with the heart, and then it goes like it flatlines. So that's usually telling me that they pass in the hospital. Okay. I feel like there's a lot of fluid. Like I don't know if there's fluid in his lungs, around his heart, where this fluid is coming from, or he had fluid buildup in some way.
It's possible, but I don't know that level of detail. I just know like the big picture, high level points of what caused the death.
Right. I'm thinking the brain has to do with like how it all ended. Like brain. I hate to say like brain dead, but
It's very possible, yeah.
that's maybe why they keep showing me the brain because he keeps going back to it. Unless there's a clot there that we don't know about. Do you know what I mean? There's something that's there that maybe like we don't know. Like maybe it was like a catalyst or something, or it aided because he just keeps going back to that. Okay. I feel like did he have a multitude of things like going on?
I think he had a couple of things. Do you want me to tell you what it was in a little bit more detail?
No, I don't want to know. I want to see it in case I get it. I don't want to know what it is, but I just want to know if like he had more than just the heart and the lungs and that was going on in his body.
I think that was probably about it that I heard of
Okay.
in terms of what the final
Okay.
part. Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like there's fluid there too. Like I don't know. I can't get away from the feeling of like fluid in my lungs. So was there like distance as like an adult, like you weren't living in the same area? Or was
What,
there distance at some point? Because I'm getting distance, and sometimes distance can be physical or it can be emotional or both. So I just want to understand why I feel like the distance.
oh, you're getting distance?
Yeah. So I don't know if it's like physical, emotional, or both.
Physical? Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe at times emotional, yes.
Okay. He feels like it feels like he was maybe kind of hard to understand at times or hard to like, I don't know. I get like this standoffish type energy with him, or he didn't know how to relate his emotions, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Okay. Yeah, see, I thought art issues can cause fluid in the lungs from my experience, anyways, from doing readings. Yes. So I maybe feel like he didn't always say how he felt. Like, I'm hearing like "love you, kiddo," but I don't know if he really said that much here.
What did you get? Love you, kiddo?
Yeah.
Aw.
But I don't know if he got that. I don't know if he said it as much here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, but not like a whole lot. You know what I mean? Like he
Right.
was kind of. I feel like I just feel like he had a hard way of like, I don't know, communicating how he felt a lot of the time. There's a reference to like, I don't know what this is. Did you like go to the movies with him or something at some point back in the day?
Did I go to where? Say it again.
The movies.
A movie?
Yeah, it could have been when you were a kid or something. Like it's back in the past. Like I feel like you guys, there's a reference to like a movie that maybe you saw together. I don't know why that's coming in. Or a movie theater. That's what I keep seeing.
I mean, I'm not getting anything in my head right off the bat. I mean, obviously, I've seen movies a lot of my life, especially my adult life. But you're saying something with a
It would
movie?
be with him.
Okay, with him.
So I don't know if like it's like just a one thing that you guys went and did together at one point when you were younger. I don't, or maybe he wishes you guys would have. I don't know. It's like I keep seeing like a man and a child. I see them from the back and they're standing in front of a movie theater. So
Interesting.
I don't know. Hang on to it. I'm not really sure what that means. That's just what he's showing me. I don't know how to validate it. Really? Do you know if he or you connects to a Steve first or middle?
Here, I connected to a what, first or middle?
Steve.
Thief.
Steve.
Steve, sorry. No.
Alive or past?
I don't have any Steve that I'm aware of.
That's fine. It's a live reading, so names pop in, whatever, but
Oh, okay.
just hang on to him. Like I said, alive or past connected at any point in his life. You know, if it put a pin in it, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Pulling information out of him is like pulling teeth right now. So I just feel like that's how he kind of was. He was like a little standoffish. You know, how they are in life is how they are in passing. If they're really outgoing and they have this really strong energy, they're easy to pull through. If they're not, then they're not. You know, if they don't, then they're not. And I don't feel like he was like really outgoing and high energy and all that. I feel he's just like who he was, like who he was. Maybe even a little shy, you know, maybe a little reserved. I don't know if that makes sense because that's all he kind of is coming through is like shy and reserved, and I don't know how to like talk about my feelings. But I did get like the love you, kiddo. Like that's he needs you to know he does love you.
No.
And I feel like even though maybe if you didn't talk a whole lot at the end or you didn't get to see him towards the end, like, do you have guilt or something about that or not being there or not knowing what was going on?
No. I think I got past some of that.
But did you have that? Were you feeling that way? Because he's talking about it could have been before, like say yes, you have healed from it, but at any point did you feel that way?
Guilt.
Like you wish you would have been there, or you wish you would have known what was going on, or why didn't he tell you?
Yeah, like immediately after probably. Yeah. But I got through that pretty quickly because I went and exactly where he passed away in the hospital and talked to him, you know, whatever, and made amends. And then
no, I know, but you did. Okay, so that's why it's coming in though. It's because you felt that way and then you did something about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you couldn't get there at the exact time, but you still went, but you had like this guilt of like, I wish I would have been there before he passed. And then so you went and you did something about it. So that's why the whole that's why that's like just coming in. It's the best way he can like explain it. He has me questioning like everything now. Was there specific things that like that he wanted done after his passing that you took care of? Like, I don't know if it's like how the arrangements were made or whatever. He keeps showing me like him in a coffin, and I don't know if he was actually buried or if it was before. I don't really know what this is. Like, if it's just something that you took care of, like it could be symbolic of that. Like you took care of everything and you did it the way that it was, like he wanted it, or you try to do it the way that he wanted it.
Yeah, I did take care of that.
Okay. Was he ever in a coffin?
Yeah. That was so funny.
I just want to make sure because look, the ball's going off. Like he had me like questioning, like, because I keep seeing him in one, and I'm just like, is that something that was done? Because he has me questioning like the whole reading. Okay,
Yeah,
I just want to make
people are either cremated or they're in a coffin. So he was in a coffin.
Okay, I just make sure. And like, did you like pick out like specific clothes for him? Like, I feel like his favorite outfit or something. I don't know. Like, okay.
Yeah. For real. Yeah, that's so true.
Okay. Thank God. He's just like not a like easy one to like understand what he's saying. So I'm trying the best that I can.
He speaks freaking English. What the hell?
No, I just mean I don't know if it's just like he doesn't know how to communicate, or like I said, he's shy and reserved, so that's how he's gonna come in as shy and reserved. So I'm like having to pull on him for information. I'm like he validated with the ball and that he's got the energy to touch the ball. So
really,
you know, but you didn't see it go off.
Where is the ball?
It was behind me. You can rewatch it. You'll see it went off after I said that.
Okay, is it behind the teddy bear or that plastic
container?
It's in
front. It'll look like this.
Oh, that's it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know where I was supposed to look. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's interesting that when they pass it, they would take the characteristics of their personality when they were incarnated.
Yeah, they always do. They're always their personality, because that's how you're going to recognize them.
Oh.
So they also show me how you would recognize them. So if I were describing them to you, you know, it's not how you like. It's not how he is now because they're younger there. Because I wouldn't recognize him as a younger person, neither would you. So they're going to come forward as you remember them. That's personality wise as well.
Makes sense.
Okay. Now he's talking about 3 days. So I don't know if this is a hospital situation. You talked to him 3 days before, but there's a reference of 3-day time frame.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like, I'm in the hospital for 3 days. I was in the hospital. I passed within 3 days. I spoke to you 3 days before. Like, there's a...
I mean, I spoke with him minutes before he died.
Okay, but is there... How long was he in the hospital for? Or how long was he going downhill?
I don't think it was 3 days. But there might be something with the 3 days that is not clicking for me now, but we'll click later.
I hope so. Look, the ball's going off again. No.
3 days.
I feel like there's a 3 days, but I want to put it with the time that I get sick and I go to the hospital in the hospital. So I don't know if it's like a 3-day time period of that, or within 3-day time period. Might not be exactly 3 days, but it's within that 3-day time period. That's what I want to connect it to, like the 3 days before his passing. That's how he makes me feel anyway. That's how I want to connect it. No anymore. Also a reference to December. Birthday, passing, anniversary, you, him, or somebody else connected, something significant. Ball's going off again. Do you see it?
Oh, I see that. Wow. Did you say December?
Yes. Can be anybody in the family. Birthday, passing, anniversary, or something significant. You, him, or anybody else connected, alive or past. It's different balls. It's different balls too. It's like this one and then that one, this one and then that one.
Okay, wow. So he passed in November. That was the month of his passing. I don't have anyone that passed in December.
It doesn't have to be passing. Birthday, something significant.
Something significant.
Just hang on to it.
Okay.
Because he's bringing in December, and then he's bringing in like, so I don't know again, something with Christmas, because sometimes when I get December, I also get Christmas. Sometimes Christmas is a symbolic for December. Do you know what I mean? It can have to do with December or Christmas or both.
Okay.
But so I don't know if there's memories there with Christmas, if something happened on Christmas before, if you celebrated something after his passing at Christmas, like in his memory kind of thing. But I'm getting December, but I also want to bring up Christmas because the tree, they're showing me like a tree.
Wow. That's kind of interesting. I mean, I can maybe put together the
Explain it, how it relates, how it relates, what you're putting together.
Yeah. It's not that year, but many years after, December was significant for me. So maybe that's why I made some major personal moves on a December that made my life go upside down.
Okay, so that's the reference to December. That's what I mean by significant. But then there's also a reference to Christmas. So I don't know if you saw him the Christmas before. I don't know if you did something for him the Christmas after. If there's somebody else in the family where there's something around Christmas. If it's a big deal to you, I'm not sure. I keep getting a reference to Christmas.
Yeah, there was nothing unique or anything specifically done related to Christmas. But the month of December, many years later, ended up becoming very significant to me for some major life changes.
Okay.
Maybe he's aware of that. Maybe he's aware.
Well, yeah, they're aware of everything. So that's why I said December can be a significant time, but I keep getting this also a Christmas tree, something with a Christmas tree or something around Christmas. It can be a memory that you guys have together, even when you're a kid, any point in their life. Okay.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be as an adult. Doesn't have to be within the last few years. It's any point. So I don't know if you have special memories with him at Christmas or something with a Christmas tree.
I mean, we had normal Christmas when he was in the United States. We had normal Christmases if we were together. But I mean, I guess maybe.
Is there anything with specifically a tree where you went to go get a tree together or you decorated the tree together?
No,
he keeps showing me a stupid Christmas tree.
You're so funny. So he never decorated the tree with us. Like, he wasn't that involved that I remember, and we never had a live tree. It was always just a fake tree.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be live or fake, it doesn't matter. But I think that the thing is he's wishing he would have done more around Christmas, because I really feel like he was kind of like, again, standoffish, not really emotional, not really involved as much as he wished he would have been. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like he wished he would have had made more memories around the Christmas, or decorated the Christmas tree more, or something like that. Or if you guys ever wanted to create a real tree and he didn't give that to you, like, there's something significant about the tree. I feel like maybe he's feeling like he should have made more memories in that way, because he keeps showing me the tree. So it's got to be significant. If you feel like, hey man, I wish my dad would have decorated the tree with me, or I wish we would have had a real tree. If you've ever said that, or if you've ever felt that, I feel like he's maybe coming through to say, like, yeah, I wish I would have too, or I wish I would have done better in that way.
He did have a Christmas tree in his house up year round at one point. I wonder if it's that.
Okay. Yes.
And the only other significant, which is odd, right? That's not a typical thing.
Well, no, that's not odd, because that's why he would bring up a tree.
Yeah,
he keeps showing me the tree.
Yeah, it's not a typical thing. That's why I'm wondering if that's connecting it.
Yeah, it's not a typical thing. But I still feel like it comes in like, I wish I would have done more at that time of the year, or had more memories that way. You know what I mean? But I still, again, it's the tree. If he had a tree up all year round and this is something weird and he's showing me a tree, do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
do you see what I mean? Sometimes I gotta Tracy does too. Hers is, but she's just a different one. But no, that's why he would bring it up. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of an unusual thing. So maybe that's
weird
why
and significant that he's never done before, right? Like, it was just that one time, right? But But I still feel like he wished he would have done more as a dad that was memorable.
Oh, I see.
Do you feel like that? Do you feel like he maybe wasn't, like, there wasn't a lot of memories there, or like things that he could have done or been really involved? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he
Okay.
was definitely not a. He withheld a little, like you
Yeah.
were saying.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like he was there for his family, but not like hands-on, like not emotional, like not like involved in this kind. It's like he's like in the corner where everything else is going on, if that makes sense, like in a symbolic way.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn it! I just got pin on my pants.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be weird.
No, I know. I have to push because I just have to push. Because the tree thing, it's like a repetitive thing, But I really do think it had to do with him leaving it up all year, because it's just specifically the tree and the fact that Christmas is coming up. He's going to bring it up. But then there's that feeling of like, I'm not a hands-on, really emotional, like involved with my kids as much as I wish I would have been. Like maybe at times, I don't know if you like questioned, how your dad felt sometimes, or because he wasn't really vocal about that, if that makes sense, or he didn't show it as much as maybe you wish he had of.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean the love's not there. I'm not saying that.
Right. Oh, I understand.
But it's like, again, reserved, shy, like it kind of like just off in the corner while things are going on, when we're like the overlooker, and not being involved as much as like he wished he would have been. I feel like this is coming in as like, I wish I would have been more hands-on. I wish I would have been more involved. I wish there was more like memories there.
That's interesting.
So I don't know if that makes sense. Does anybody have like a New York connection?
Yes.
You do?
No, my husband.
Okay. Your husband does. I don't know why I'm seeing New York. So I'm just like, I guess to validate the New York connection, like he knows that.
I don't know.
Well, if your husband has a New York connection to New York, you know what I mean? He would bring it up. It's just a validation.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing the city, New York.
Interesting. Yeah, because my dad didn't go.
No, it doesn't. Remember, it doesn't always have anything to do with him.
It's
He's talking about stuff going on in your life and people connected to you as well.
Okay.
Yes, just to acknowledge New York. I feel like making me want to call my dad now. Like that's how I feel all of a sudden. So I don't know if like there's a wish of like maybe talking more or something of that sort at some point. From both sides. I feel like it's from both sides.
Yeah, that makes sense. There definitely wasn't enough of that talking.
Well, he wasn't really the talkative kind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of like now. Like I'm having to like, try to figure things out on my own. It's hard when they're kind of reserved and stuff, because they're like, I really have to like pull on them to get them. And it's not like they don't want to talk. It's just like, that's how strong their energy is. It's just not super strong. Is there any connection to February?
Say it again. Any what with February?
Connection to February. Also 70s. So 1970s or in his 70s. With the connection to something like that.
February and 70s?
It doesn't necessarily have to go together.
Okay. I don't think so.
February birthday passing something significant, just like you said, December years later meant something, right? So anybody in the family in 1970s or 70s, in his something in his 70s, something in someone's 70s, or 1970. 1970s.
1970 or 70s? Or
70s.
any
I'm
of those
getting
ones.
70s. Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know what the significance to the 1970s is, if that's when you were born or if he was something happened in his 70s. Was he like always in like at some point like always in his like pajamas? Why do I seem like in pajamas? Like I feel like I'm in like a top and bottom pajamas, like just kind of shuffling around the house. Did he live by himself?
Sorry. He did
Or
live.
was he alone a lot?
He was, but he didn't really wear pajamas in the house.
Or like comfortable clothes? I feel like I'm just like in comfortable clothes, kind of like lounging around the house. Because I don't know if it's like I'm too tired to do anything. So that's why I feel like I'm in comfortable clothes around the house
Yeah.
alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like not really feeling good, and there's kind of a little bit of a depression goes with it. Like he feels a little lonely, but at the same time he feels like he put himself there because I feel like sometimes he would push people away.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
I
Like
didn't
people that
feel it. I didn't feel
I mean in a way where like, okay, if you're wanting to know how he's doing and get into stuff, or people wanted to talk to him or like get into like his business, it's more like I don't want people to know what's going on, like that kind of pushing away. That's what I mean. Like it's kind of like my house, my business, what's going on with me, what's going on with my health. Like I don't want to share that with everybody, if that makes sense. That's like very private, I guess is the way. And like anybody that would kind of like ask is like of a push, like kind of like a push away instead of like getting all into it. That's the best way I can describe it. He's a complicated man, honestly.
no. He
That's
did.
always rough.
As far as the pajamas, he did not wear pajamas around the house. He just wore like slacks. He always wore the same types of slacks and t-shirt. Or if it's cold in the house, he had like a button-down shirt with long sleeves.
Okay, that could look like pajamas, I guess, in a vision.
Yeah. Trying to think
I
what
just
else.
felt like I'm in like some comfortable clothes, just like kind of shuffling around the house, like I'm tired, like too tired to do anything. And this might have been days days leading up to him going in. I feel like he was getting dizzy though, because I see him like grabbing like a table at some point or a counter at some point, like to hold himself up. And he didn't think anything of it. Like maybe I stood up too fast or whatever, but there's a dizziness here. And you might not know because he wouldn't tell you. Like he didn't tell you. Like those weren't things he didn't share with you. I'm just telling you what he makes me feel and what he's giving me. Okay. Also 9. So 9 years, the 9th. What's the 9th month? September. But 9 comes in really strongly. 9 o'clock. I don't know.
Is there any possibility that because my brother very recently passed away, that hopefully he's with my dad? Is there any possibility that any of that information is coming through? Does that happen sometimes?
As I said, it can be anybody on the other side with him.
Okay.
So you got to think of everybody that's there. Because if they're there together. So if any of this connects to your brother, do you know if 9 connects it or February or anything like that? Or 1970s?
Not the February. He was 60s. But he did grab onto a counter, like before he passed
Okay. Okay. Yes, that can be him coming in then. Does the 9 connect at all? The 9th or September or 9 years, 9 months? I don't know.
I don't think so.
It's coming. 9 is coming in really strong.
Wow.
So I don't know. 9 years difference? I don't fucking know. Something. Yeah, you got to think of everybody on the other side. Oh, you're welcome. See you later, Yellow. Well, his biggest thing is that he, again, I feel like he's got some regrets on what we've already spoken about. But he wants you to know he's okay. Like, he's all right. I feel like he's got some more healing to do or learning to do or growth to do, like maybe a step up in energy or, a step up in, because there's different levels over there. So maybe a step up in a new level.
A new
Just from,
level. Rachelle, could you tell me more about that? A new level.
I don't know. I honestly don't know a lot about it. They've told me there's other levels on the other side, like just higher vibrations. You know what I mean? Like levels of vibration. So they kind of move up as they need to. But like he's okay. Like I don't know why you're worried about him not being okay, if that makes sense.
I don't know that I'm not worried about him at all. I just miss him.
Yeah. And I think a lot of that, like I said, is there's like regrets with like not getting to spend a lot of time. And even though you said what you said, after his passing to him, it's not the same as having a one-on-one. So there's still that feeling of like, I wish I would have still seen him before he passed or had this conversation with him before he passed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even though like you've kind of come to terms with that, I still get that feeling of like, I wish there would have been more time together prior to passing or more talks or whatever. I wish we would have been closer. Like that's just the way that it comes in. And that's on his side too. Like he has regrets with, not talking to you more and not being more open with how he felt and all of that. Because he's proud of like the woman that you are. Like he sees your growth and he sees that this was hard on you for many different reasons.
Wow.
Did he like to read books or anything like that? Or like to read at some point?
No, I didn't see him reading books for years.
Or newspapers or whatever it may be?
Maybe years ago, newspapers, but after that, it was just TV.
It doesn't matter. Whenever. I just see him reading. So this could have been earlier in his life when, say, he liked to read things.
Yeah.
As we get older, we kind of don't like to read anymore. But maybe when we're younger, we do. It's just, I don't know why it's coming in. It's just, but he's like, it was just like my time and place. I feel like he lived the life that he wanted to live, how he wanted to live it. I feel like things were like his way, if that makes sense. Like he did things his way and he lived his life his way.
Yes, that's so true. Absolutely.
Because he was very stubborn. He would be like stubborn if anybody told him to live it any other way.
Yeah.
No, Kelly, it doesn't really work like that. I mean, is there anything? I don't know if it would even work because I usually don't ask them questions. I just let them validate and they give what they give. Is there anything that you need to know from him that would help you heal from this more?
I know. Can you make him come back? Okay, that was a question.
I know.
Is he aware of all my trials and tribulations? And
yes.
or maybe even like my brother that's recently passed?
They know everything. Just because they don't bring it up. Yeah, just because I don't bring it up doesn't mean like that he don't know about it. Like I said, the reason why I brought up December was because you said you had a lot of things happen in December. So Spirit knows everything, and just because they don't show me, maybe they don't know how to show me. Maybe they don't want to, like you said, he's proud of you. He knows what you're going through. He knows that you're strong and that you've come out on the other side. He said, but he raised you to be that way. He says that you don't realize your strength sometimes.
Yeah.
So he wants you to stay strong. And he says, and always stand in your power.
Okay.
So I feel like, I mean, he tried to tell you to be strong and stuff when he was here, but I think it just comes like he can be more emotional about it on the other side. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just in a different way. Like I feel like, I'm not saying he never told you any of that. It's just he's more emotional. There's more emotion behind it now. That makes sense. Because I feel like there wasn't like a lot of emotion. I'm having a hard time describing him because I feel like he was kind of complicated guy to describe, other than like he feels like reserved and kind of shy and like standoffish. And like I feel like if he wanted to, he could kind of have a little bit of a temper. You know what I mean?
Temper.
I think we all can.
Not too much. No, not too much temper. My brother, yes, big time.
Well, I think we all have a little bit of a temper if we get really like it's even though like I'm shy, it's like if something really upsets me, like you'll know that I'm mad. Not necessarily I'm throwing things, but you'll know that I'm upset about it.
Yeah.
There's different ways that we bring in the temperamental side. Sometimes it's just like you just know a difference. You know when someone's ticked off, right? Do you feel like, I mean, did things like the last like 6 months, did like he seem different to you, or did he seem like you guys talked less, or he was just like more down or something like that?
Just definitely talked less. Just
Okay.
different lives and far away from each other.
Yeah. Because I get like a reference to like the last 6 months, like talking less and just like kind of being like more down or shift and change in that way. And I think he was just kind of like, I think he knew he was having medical issues and he didn't want people worrying about him. Like that's the way it keeps coming in.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like maybe he didn't want you to worry or like again mother him. Because you know how sometimes we can be with our parents when like go to the doctor. You know what I mean? And they don't want to hear it. But he says, I see how far you've come, so I don't know if like you've come really far from where you used to be.
Yeah, for sure.
And you've grown and you've evolved, and I get something with career growing and evolving too. Like you're on this flow now where you've continued going on and you've built a better you, and you've learned and evolved from everything in the past, and you've remembered the strength that he's taught you, and you've carried him with you. Like he knows that you carry him with you. I don't know if that's like in your heart, or you know what I mean?
That makes sense. Actually, that really does make sense.
Because like yeah, he's seen all of this. Is there like a birthday or a celebration coming up, like either just passed or coming up soon in the next few months?
No. I mean, my brother that just passed away, his birthday was in October, but
Okay.
we passed before his birthday.
Okay. That's still not that far back, because I keep getting a reference to like birthday. And he couldn't be coming through too, remember? So he'd be talking about his birthday and him passing before his birthday, as far as like a timing thing.
For sure.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Were you guys a little bit closer when you were younger? Were you like closer when you were younger?
No. He traveled a lot for work.
I know, but they're so the reason why I'm asking is it's like when he was home or when he was around you. I keep pulling up like this one specific memory. And it's like when you're a kid and I don't know, you like, there's like a special memory. Like he did something with you when he came home from work or came back from traveling or whatever this may be. I don't know how to take that. You might not even remember. Feels like it was a really long time ago.
Yeah.
But he was always, that's why I feel like this distance too. But it's like this one time there's like a memory there where like you guys went and did something or you were close in that moment. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe talking when he came back from wherever he was. But I feel like unfortunately he wasn't like really like hands-on in the way that he wished he would have been. Like he wished he would put his family first instead of the work first or whatever he was doing. And I just feel like there's, I don't know if anybody had resentment for him for that for a little bit.
I mean, I just kind of accepted it, but you know.
At one point, did you, or did one point did the brother? Because it feels like, because he said resentment, he could, like that somebody may have felt that way. Not that it's not that it's that way now, but at some point for not being around more.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, I'm sure that I've reflected on it a few times in my life, just like wondering, like, I wonder if it could have been different with a more involved father, but
okay, that's why that's like
I don't feel heavy resentment or anything like that.
No, but so I think back in the day, maybe you did because, like I said, you might be over it now. But as a kid, maybe you resented him for not being around as much and not being as involved as much. Because again, that comes in like I wish I would have been around more. I wish I'd been involved more. Like that comes in a lot from him.
Yeah.
More memories, more time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. Absolutely.
But the biggest thing he wants you to know is like just keep going. So I don't know if it's sometimes it's hard and it feels like it's hard sometimes, but it's like keep going with whatever you're doing.
This is life. We're on this merry-go-round.
Yes.
Merry-go-ride round until it stops.
Yep.
We just have to keep going.
Yep. And he knows, like he says, he knows that it took a while for you to like I said, you've come a long way, and he knows that you've come a long way. He knows about everything that's been going on.
If I can hold out.
He says it's too much to even talk about. Like he doesn't even want to talk about it all. Like it's too much to even talk about. Like you know what you've been going through. Just know that I know about it. Like I'm not even going to go into it.
Okay.
Yeah. Hang on to those numbers and stuff because I mean they may connect to other people on the other side or people that are here or your brother. I don't know. But he says the biggest thing is like love you, kiddo. Like I feel like I wish I would have said it more, showed it more, whatever when I was here.
Makes sense.
Regardless, though, you were always like, you know, you're always his daughter. So he's kind of tough.
No, sounds like it.
I don't know why, but I hope that was helpful in some way.
Yes, thank you.
Hopefully those things will come back later on.
Yeah.
Sometimes spirits are just harder. Sometimes they are. I don't know why. Like sometimes they come in real easy and they're really loud, and sometimes they're in the middle, and sometimes they're just, like I said, if they're very reserved in their life, I just notice their energy isn't as strong. It doesn't mean that they are in their life how they are over there how they are in their life. So if they're reserved in life, they're kind of reserved over there. Same personality.
Yeah, interesting. But
because I feel the differences in people's loved ones. Sometimes they come in through with crazy shit, and sometimes they don't.
But if there is such thing as multiple incarnations, if you believe that reincarnation, then which personality?
Yeah, he hasn't come, but he hasn't come back. They most of the time wait until we get there a lot of the time, unless they decide something else. But there is a reference to a baby boy. So I don't know if somewhere in the family someone didn't have a child, is yet to have a child. Not sure how that fits in.
Baby boy, huh?
Yeah. So I don't know if there was a miscarriage, not having one, or yet to have one, or someone is pregnant. It's something like that somewhere in the family.
That's very interesting. Yeah, there was a miscarriage.
There was a miscarriage. Okay. From you or?
Yeah. For me,
Okay.
yeah. I have no idea what the sex was. I didn't find out.
Okay. Yeah. He wants to bring up that he's got the baby boy.
Okay, I'll try not to have any emotional reaction on live TV.
That's fine.
Because that's
You can have
like
emotional
devastating
reaction.
information. I'm like, yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm like over here, like telling him, come on, give me something good, you know? So, like he's got the baby boy. So, you know, don't worry about it. I know that was hard on you. And that wasn't anything that happened in December, was it?
You know
Or
what?
February or 9.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and check. That was a devastating, horrifying period of my life.
Yeah. I know. That's why he's bringing up like he has the baby. Don't worry about it, okay?
Aw.
Like he knows that you went through. Then he's also gonna bring that up because he knows you went through it.
Yeah, I don't know that I've never found out the sex, but
Now you do.
well, I was just, it's a horrifying situation, but yeah.
You know now. Okay.
Yeah, it's horrible. I know that I'm shocked that I
Well, the
didn't.
reason you know why miscarriages happen because there's something wrong with the baby's body that they don't want to come in, or
Formation, yeah.
there is, it's just not the right timing. They've changed their mind, or it's like a lesson that has to be experienced. It's usually one of those three things.
It was horrible. But the crazy thing is, after that, not very long after, rather than having getting pregnant with one, I got pregnant with two. Just natural.
Yeah.
So that was like weird. It was like I got a 2-for-1 after, but it really wasn't a 2-for-1. It was a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it was that baby changed its mind and two more souls came in. You know?
That's heavy information.
I know. Sorry. Well, I had to give you something because I feel like this was a tough one for some reason.
I know. Thank you.
I don't know why he was so tough to like. Sometimes they just are a little tough to pull in.
Yeah.
Like he was giving stuff, but it's just like at the same time, I'm like pushing for it. You know what I mean?
And would our parents and loved ones actually be with our pets?
Yes.
Our pet spirits or souls, or
Yeah.
not necessarily, because my pet was not with him. He was not living with me. So
It doesn't matter.
Is my pet like just floating
All
somewhere?
loved ones and pets are on the other side together. It has nothing to do with anything here. They're all together on the other side.
So they would be around my dad, or
yes. Even if they didn't know him or anything, it doesn't matter. Just because I didn't see him or he didn't bring him forth doesn't mean they're not there running around somewhere.
Okay.
So they're all together. Don't worry about it. Sometimes they come back. Sometimes they don't. It's all in what they want to do.
Yeah. Just I'll hang on to this merry-go-round ride as long as I can.
Yep. You're just here to live an experience, and
not liking it though.
Like he's really proud of you. So just know that he's like super proud of you.
Thanks.
And like don't ever think he's, don't ever wonder or whatever if he is or isn't, because he is. So I hope this was helpful. He did make the balls go off an awful lot, so I think that was his way of showing you.
Thank you. There's more than one ball. There's the one behind you and there's another one.
I have like 5 of them there.
Oh, wow.
So they play with different ones.
Okay. So basically they're just sensitive to vibration, Or is that how it
Yeah,
changes?
spirit just makes them go off.
So basically it's movement.
They touch them. Their energy.
Yeah.
Their energy touches them and it goes off.
That makes
So.
sense.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It just kind of like shows because there's nothing going on to make them move. So they just go off. They're just a trigger object for spirit. Like if you watch ghost hunting, they use them too. Same thing. I just like to use them during the reading because it just shows that spirit's there. You know what I mean? I think it just gives a little something extra. So
Yeah.
it's the validation thing.
That's cool.
Yeah. I hope it was helpful.
I was, Rachelle. Thank you so much, and thank you for all your work. I love your work, and I am your fan. Thank you for everything.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. All right, I'll see you again soon.
Keep it up, and don't worry about the 20 or 5 or
who cares?
Subscribers.
I'm at that point now. Thank you, Amanda.
Who cares?
Yeah, I know. I always say it like this, like, obviously they're not vibing with the tribe, right?
Exactly.
We'll get more that are vibing with the tribe, and when things happen, like, I always get told they're not going to happen, and they do happen, just like the sub. They kept telling me there's no way they'd pull up the sub, there's no way they'd pull up anybody that was in the sub, and what did they do?
Yeah.
They did. So.
We don't need them.
Right?
Yeah, no, we don't.
So, vibing with the tribe, yep. That's how I feel though. I'm always like just wait and watch and see what happens because you never know.
Wait, can you tell who the actual subscribers are that are no longer subscribers at that level?
No.
Or it's just a count. You just look at the count.
It's just a count. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It'll tell me like how many I went down or up or whatever.
No big deal.
I think this is like over the last like I'll say like 3 months, I've lost like maybe 400 subscribers.
Huh.
It's the new direction that spirit took me in. People don't want to hear it or they don't agree with it or whatever. So they're going to see. We're going to watch and wait.
People have a short attention span. They really do. I mean, you can't just focus on the last thing. I mean, I've looked at the body of your work, which is incredible. So
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's funny to me that everybody will listen and watch everything else, but if they don't agree with something or they think that you got it wrong, then they unsubscribe. But it's okay because, vibing with the tribe again.
Yeah, we're your tribe.
Yeah, well, they know what I support and what I don't. And if I don't support something, then you want to go support it? Bye.
Right.
Bye.
People can be very finicky, just like people are with politics, I mean.
Well, that's what it's about.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, spirit brought me into it because there's crimes involved. So, which is what I keep trying to tell people, but no one wants to listen. So, whatever. You'll see. Everybody will see. Not over till it's over. So, all right, Cindy, thank you.
Thank you so much for everything. And
all right, have a good night.
Zuzu says, have a good night, everyone. Bye.
You too.
Thank you for everything. Take care.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Bye. I don't know why that one was so hard. I hate when they're hard like that, especially when you have someone watching. Okay. So, Kelly, are you still here? Yeah, if people can hang, like, if you guys pick up stuff in the reading that like connects to you, it's called a piggyback. So just take it as a wink from heaven, and that's it. So, but yeah, Kelly, you're up for your question now, and then I'm gonna be done because it's 10 o'clock. By the time I'm done, it's 12. I gotta get up at 4 or 5. Kai quit. Kai's driving me nuts. I've got to feed the dogs before midnight too. So. Again, a wink from heaven. Just take it like that. Okay. All right, Kelly, what's your question? Yeah, so they're all on the other side together. So that's what's going to happen. Do you understand what I mean? Like it's like a piggyback. So, well, some mediums don't believe in piggybacks. I do. I believe that if you can get a message and you're not getting a reading, right? If you're not getting a reading, but they want to say something, then they'll come in and you'll be able to kind of get a wink from heaven with it. Like it'll make sense to you. So then just take it a wink. Take it as a wink and a validation. You know. So. All right, Kelly, what's your question, girl? Working on myself a lot past years. I've blocked a relationship job right now. I wonder if there's any advice. Yeah, I mean, it usually is timing with that, but also, you know, you can work on removing those blocks. There's lots of like your chakras, removing, like doing energy work on your chakras and removing blocks. There's meditations you can do on removing blocks. So, but it is a lot to do with timing. Like I always say, everything in divine timing, everything in the right, like you have to be in the right vibration. So the higher your vibration, the more you will attract. And sometimes we also go through stagnant times in our life too, right? Because everything's not, we have to take the good with the bad. We have to, we have to go through bumpy times too, right? So that's a part of the growth. But yeah, I feel like next year mid-year kind of highlights for you for some reason, and I don't know if this is going to be career and job or one or the other, but I feel like there's a shift coming next year where things are going to shift and grow for you. And I feel like focusing on your career first would be most important. Then I feel like the rest is going to follow. So, well, what I'm giving you is from your higher self. It's from your guides. That's what I channel. So this is the advice that's coming in from that. It's not from me. So I would remove those blocks and I would focus on your career. As far as a relationship, don't look. I feel like that's going to come, but it feels like after you get your career and everything going first, like it's like one thing at a time, right? You can't really grow your career if you got a relationship in the way. It's almost like you know, because relationships sometimes get in the way of growth at moments. It's just not time for that. So it's career. I feel like they're telling me your career first. By next year is going to highlight more. Yeah. So continue to work on those blocks, okay? And continue to, do you say affirmations as well? Because I'm getting something about affirmations that would be really good for you as well. And believing that that's what you deserve, believing that that's what you need, okay? Or that believing that that's what you deserve and that's what you're supposed to have, okay? This is your path and your path alone. It's not anybody else's path. So I don't know if you like compare your path to others, like, oh, they have a nice job or they have a relationship. I don't know if you do that at all. Gratitude is a huge way to manifest things into your life. So manifesting is always something that you can do too. But it's coming in like continue doing what you're doing and manifesting, and affirmations are super important. So yeah, I figured. So you got to quit doing that. Don't compare yourself to others because this is your path, not anybody else's path. Everything is going to come to you as it's supposed to. Next year, again, highlights specifically by mid-year. I don't know if it's career or I feel like September highlights more for relationship, career by like July. Like it's like one might come right after another, but sometimes these things take time. And well, yeah, we all have huge setbacks. What comes when you have huge setbacks? Growth, lessons. So instead of being pissed off at the setbacks and feeling down, you have to take, what did I learn from this setback and what can I do different next time? And okay, I'm thankful for the setbacks because rejection is protection and a redirection. It's not time for this. It's not the place for this. Anything that is meant for you will never pass you by. So anything that is meant to come to you is always going to come to you. Period. The more that you look for it, the more that you push it, the more you actually push it away, the more you actually block it. So the best thing to do is put out to the universe what you want. Do your meditations on manifestation, do your affirmations, or continue to remove the blocks, but continue to live your life. I feel like, again, the career is most important right now. Getting your life in order, the relationship will follow after that. The relationship's going to come. I think both may come next year. They just give me July and September, but it's like the career comes first and then the The relationship comes after, but like September. That's the two, like they highlight mid-year, like I want to say like around July timeframe, and then they want to take me to September timeframe. So it's like almost like you get your career, everything starts going. You might meet that person through the career. So you might need that career first to meet that person. Do you know what I mean? Like one thing has to come to another. It's like one step, then two step. But also, you know, knowing and believing that you have what you're meant to have when you're meant to have it. Like me, I'm not worried about it. I get used to not having anybody. I just like focus on what I'm doing now because like this is where my passion is. Whatever else comes is whenever gonna come. But it doesn't mean that it's not hard. Because I also feel like I have setbacks, but we all do. It's okay. See, right now that's where your energy is. Quit saying it's a disaster. So when you start thinking negative, don't think negative. Don't think negative. Try to look at the light around it and the light at the end of the tunnel, right? And this job, I feel this project is going to boost you forward. So again, there's going to be some sort of boost forward by July of next year. That's the way it comes in. Kai, quit. My God, I can't wait till he's fixed. He's driving me crazy, you guys, for real. You don't hear him whining. It's okay. Timing is everything. Timing is everything. So just because it's dragging on, just remember, it's dragging on because it's meant to be dragged on. It'll end when it's supposed to end. That's the way things work. There's a reason for that. Okay, that doesn't mean that like if it was supposed to be done earlier, it'd be done earlier. Everything has its time and place. It'll get done. I feel like it'll get done next year, but before July. But it's gonna push things forward for you, whatever that project is. I don't know if it'll like propel you in your career further or be a step up for you or something. It's gonna cause some positive shifts or change next year. That's the way it comes in. That's why I'm taking it. But right now, can you imagine having a relationship while you're doing this in your career? No, it's just not time. I feel like somebody will come in the wing. I don't know. I keep getting September or something. I'm not seeing him really all that much, but I feel like again your focus needs to be where it is now, and it'll be all right. Affirmations, positivity, positive thinking. Our thoughts do create. So when we start thinking negative, what do? We bring in negative thoughts. We bring in negative vibrations. So as long as you're thinking positive, that's going to push it forward. Don't be hard on yourself if it's taking a little bit longer. It'll get done when it's meant to get done. Kai, quit. I just sprayed his butthole. You know what I mean? Like next year, 2026 feels like a good year for you because they just gave me 2026. So you might have everything like you want by 2026, but things do take time too. Like when you're removing energy work, take time. It's not like an instant thing. But again, it still happens when it's supposed to. But you know, manifestation along with the blocks, along with the affirmations. Do you say affirmations daily or no? Or positive thoughts or gratitude. I'm thankful for what I have. Thankful that I have a job. I'm going to do the best that I can. Like having those positive thoughts and feelings. I just sprayed his butt. He's back though. Hey, stop it. Stop. Yeah. Well, see, you need time to heal from that battle. That's what I'm saying. No, don't. It's not time to dabble in anything right now. Although it's been 4 years, sometimes we need longer to heal. You don't want to attract the same kind of relationship, right? So you've got to raise your vibration to a different place. Okay? Well, you can write it on your mirror. Write it on some sticky notes. You can write them. Okay? Sorry I shot you in the butt, but you had to be done. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It's just like what you want for your life. I used to write I am divine love on my mirror all the time. Like it can be like things will, come to me when they're supposed to. But sometimes when you have a bad relationship, you need longer to heal from it. Your energy needs longer to heal from it. It'll come when you're healed enough to accept it, when your vibration is high enough to attract something else, because you don't want to attract the same kind of guy, right? So you got to be in a different place and totally healed from it. Because if you were to go out and not be fully healed, then you're gonna attract. We don't want you attracting the same type of person. You know what I mean? You got to be in a different spot. But I promise you, I feel like 2026, for some reason by 2026, everything will look different for you. They really highlight 2026 strong. But again, hang on to July or mid next year and September as well. But I think everything is going to go great with your job. You might get a promotion from it or a step up, or everything's going to be fine. Just have more faith and try to think positive and try to go in a positive direction and continue to try all those things. I know it's hard when things get frustrating, but remember, rejection is protection and redirection. Nothing meant for us ever passes us by. So don't think that you miss it. And the higher we raise our vibration by doing things that make us happy, the more we attract in life. And again, our thoughts do become things. So keep that in mind too. Whatever you put out with thoughts, that's what becomes things. So you start getting frustrated and thinking negative, and that's what you're going to attract more of. Positive, and you could just try it. Just start trying to manifest little things like, oh, I'm going to manifest $5. See if you can manifest $5. But there's lots of manifesting videos that you can do and stuff. And I always suggest like Jake Dossey and things like that. But our thoughts do become things, and everything in its time. It'll be okay. Just know that you're on this journey of growth and healing, and that's when things get bad or get hard, is because you've got to grow and learn from it. Everything is a lesson. Yeah, but there's something with this. I think this project is going to go better than you think it is. So just give it like a chance. All your hard work's going to pay off, is what I just heard. You'll have to let me know how it goes, okay? Because I love to hear updates. So if you guys can update and validate anything, I love to hear that. Perfect. Really couldn't do anything else right now, right? Quit thinking of it as horrible. The more that you resist and the more that you think it's horrible, remember, you got to have positive thoughts about it, right? Because you don't want to put bad energy into it while you're doing it. And you don't want to think negative about it. If you start thinking more positive about it, I bet you things will go better. If that makes sense. I want you to think more positive, because it will literally shift how it turns out and what's going on. Yeah, like I said, that's why they just said that all the hard work's going to pay off. But you got to start putting more positive energy to it, So. Let me know how it works out, Kelly. I'm curious, and I want to see pictures of it being done and everything. It's going to be all right. It's okay. It'll be okay. They assure me it's going to be okay. You got to quit thinking it's like a crappy project. Yeah, I know. Things I feel like will get better next year. It'll get better next year. All your, like they said, all your hard work's going to pay off. Try not to be too frustrated, because remember, that's going to make things a little bit harder. Just like when you stub in your toe in the morning and then like you have a bad attitude and then like everything else goes wrong that day. It's kind of like the same thing. I know. Well, I mean, you got to do it right. Otherwise, you're just, or just quit and do something else. So you have to decide what you want to do. But I think, again, next year is going to be good for you. I always put on, when I got to drive, I put on something on YouTube and put my phone up there, and then I listen to it as I drive. So I like to do that too. So, you know, you're doing this project for a reason. You'll have to let me know how it goes. I think again, they just keep saying hard work is paying off. Hard work is paying off. Don't worry. I'm weird. I like to listen to like my readings and stuff when I drive. Like there's certain ones I listen to, like Baba Julie and stuff. I don't know. I just like listening to those ones. The certain ones that I like when I drive or whatever. Or music, whatever. Take your time and talk to your guides while you're driving. I mean, that's a good thing too. I know it's 45. I'm gonna have to bring everybody in and get everybody around because they've got to eat. He went to sleep in my lap now because he got mad he couldn't do what he wanted to do. Poor baby is gonna have a rough day tomorrow. So I'll let everybody know how tomorrow goes when I get back. We'll see how, like, I'll call and see if I can make my other dog a vet appointment, and we'll see if I need to get anything else to take her. So at least I can get her in and get it started anyways. So, all right. Well, yeah, I think I'm going to add the pain pills. I don't know. Fuck, I still have those. They're just so expensive, $22 a piece. That's like $44. I have the natural ones here. I just don't know. Like, they seem to work okay, but I don't know. I mean, it's just a boy. It's not a girl, you know? But they'll be sleepy. They'll be sleepy. I'll be so happy because Justice ain't doing anything weird, but he is, obviously, because he's older. So they don't know what's coming. But they're not gonna like being in the crate. That's why I got him trazodone, because they're not gonna like sleeping in crates for a while. Because they usually sleep with me, these two. So I don't know what they're gonna do, especially Kai not sleeping with me, but I can't have him going up and down the bed, and they're supposed to be chill for days. So they're gonna have to sleep in the crate and just be okay for a few days. So I'm gonna miss them. Huh, buddy. Oh, look at him. He's a sheep. Look at him. He put his head in my arm and like went to sleep because I kind of shot him in the butt with the spray bottle. He's so funny. I know he's there. I don't know. It sucks for me too because I'm used to my babies, but it's okay. He's been sleeping with me since he did a widow. He's pouting. Mom, I'm just gonna put my head right in here and go Mimi's. You're mean. No, I mean it's $22 for the pain meds and I think $20 for the trazodone. But I have, like I said, the natural pain meds here, so I just don't know how well they work. I think they'd be okay. I've heard they're great, so I might just do that. I can order some more off of Chewy, but I actually have a lot, so I'm gonna be taking her to the vet, so she'll probably give her stronger pain meds anyways. So I don't know. I mean, all it is an anti-inflammatory. I'm not sure. Yeah. Sometimes I don't do anything, and like if I start getting visions or something, I just kind of, or sometimes I talk to God, or sometimes I talk to my guides, or like I said, I listen to YouTube, whatever. Because to go anywhere out here, I gotta drive far. I drive an hour and a half to my mom's. I know I got this Arcana, ARCIAANA or something like that's like a pretty powerful, like natural pain reliever for dogs, and it's got some other stuff in it too. So I just don't know how well it works, but I've heard it works well. So I have some of that I got off of Chewy. Hey JP. Yeah, that one. That one, yeah. Yeah, I get it off of Chewy. They have them for they have it for like arthritis too, for like dogs that have like arthritis, but yeah, I have it. That's what I bought them off of Chewy, so I was thinking about just giving him that and the trazodone. And I can order like a 60 pill bottle of that for $16. So it'll save me money. And then I just don't know if it's strong. I mean, boys aren't as bad as girls, you know what I mean? So I've been giving it to Xena, and I know she'll probably get something stronger. Yeah. So do you think that would just be good enough for them then? I figured you were with your name. That would probably be just as good as the anti-inflammatory, or no, should I get the anti-inflammatory? I'm like torn. Like, do I just go with the natural for the pain since I have it? Or do I go ahead and get the anti-inflammatory that they give me at the doctor's? Or the vet's? I've been giving it to Xena, but she still won't walk on her foot. So, but I haven't had the, I had to order some, but I haven't got them yet. Like the pill pockets to give it to her. I don't know why I wouldn't be able to. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know why it would be weird with, I mean, I guess I can take it with me and ask, but I mean, they're going to want me to give them what they want to give them. Yeah, I think it has like echinacea or something else in it too. Make a pill pocket. I don't have any. I don't have any. The pill pockets work. She's like really weird. The dog outside, I have to like put it in her mouth. Like she's weird, but I usually put it in her food when she eats. But I'm supposed to have it 3 times a day, and I haven't been able to give it to her 3 times a day because of that. So I don't know, but I think she'll get something stronger. don't have a hot dog. I don't really like eat meat anymore. I don't know. I've been eating so different since I've been broke. No, I'm just kidding. I've been eating just a lot of salads. I haven't really felt like eating meat. It's really weird. Like all of that shifted with me. Oh no, that's not good. Hey, that's not the flip. Oh, that'd be a different one. I'm like, that's not the flipping one, is it? Um, I mean, the dog outside is a little different than these ones. These ones will eat anything from my hand, but she's just weird. Like, it took me a long time to gain her trust because she was just a farm dog, and I don't think she had a lot of human interaction. So, she's been really weird, but she's gotten a lot better. She used to not trust me at all, and I couldn't do anything with her. And now I can't. I just don't know how I'm gonna get her in the car. She's gonna be different. They're gonna give her stronger meds because she can't even like walk on her foot. And I hope to God it's not surgery, because if it's surgery, I'm so screwed right now. I'll really have to do a lot of lives. But she's pretty good. I know they're gonna want to do an X-ray on the dog I have to take to the vet. I know they're gonna want to do one because probably gonna want to see if she's got something in there, and that's why maybe it's not healing or something. Yeah, it's weird. Like, I've gone more vegetarian. Like, sometimes I crave meat, but I actually haven't in a long time because I'm A positive, so I used to always crave meat. I take extra iron because I don't really eat that much meat anymore. But I mean, sometimes I don't know. I just want to eat like salads and pastas and stuff like that. Like, even like the frozen dinners that are more like raviolis that are good for you, like the more like lean cuisine kind of stuff. I don't know. It's weird. But maybe that's because like meat and stuff like has pathogens. Eggs have pathogens, and everybody's complaining about how much eggs are. You shouldn't be eating them anyways. They cause a lot of different pathogens in your body that cause a lot of different things. I always tell people like you can't eat them if you're going to do the celery juice. I need to get back to doing that too. I've been lazy. So, yeah, especially celery juice. I'm thinking about stealing my mom's because she don't use it. Hers is better than the one I got. They won't do that. This is a pet. This is a clinic. So I think they're as cheap as they would be anywhere else. Oh, so if you go to yeah, that's Hope. You go to Medical Medium, he talks about it. You're not supposed to put anything in it though, Yellow. Medical Medium says you don't want to put anything in it. You just want to juice it, and then drink it. But you also have to like cut out the sugar and the eggs and stuff. He tells you things that you gotta do other stuff too. It's not like a miracle, but it helps get rid of a lot of the pathogens and stuff. So, yeah, you can't eat eggs with it. Who said a little bitch? I didn't say that. Oh. Yeah, but you're not supposed to put anything in it. So if you go to Medical Medium, he'll tell you it has to be straight celery juice. No seasoning, no nothing. That's what he says. Yeah, he has a book. I've only seen the show on YouTube. Just look up Medical Medium and it'll come up. He's like totally into he's seen it people's like change lives. That's why I bought it for my mom, but she hasn't done it. I got Lizzie one last year for Christmas, a juicer, and I don't even think she's used it for juicing celery. So You can look it up. Cherry juices though, like the tart cherry juice is a good anti-inflammatory, but you can Google like anti-inflammatory diet. No sugar. Lots of water too, I guess. Especially if you have like arthritis, lots of water. Yep. Juicing celery does it. That's what she says. Juicing celery, that's what he says, juicing celery, but you can't like eat eggs and stuff with it because you're putting more pathogens you're taking out. Spirit gives it too. Like they'll show me like celery juice, and I think it's because that's why I learned about it, is to tell other people about it. Yeah, like the tart cherry juice. Turmeric too, but the tart cherry juice, yeah. I know. Sugar. Okay, so sugar, like if anybody has cancer, cancer loves sugar. Pasta turns into sugar. Bread turns into the carbohydrates in bread turn into sugar too. So that's something you gotta, and also that causes inflammatory response. Okay, good night, Yellow. Yeah, that was a struggle of a reading. It's a struggle. I don't know why, it just was. Now I'm not talking about your reading a struggle, the one that you left on. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. I gotta get everybody in and get them taken care of. It's 45 now, and I gotta pee. So, since I drink coffee, gotta get to bed instead of goofing off tonight because I gotta get up early. I have to leave here like what 6? Time we gotta leave here for your surgery, buddy. Here, tell everybody. Say bye, everybody. It's the last day for both. Just show them what you. Oh, did you see that? Show them what you got. Show them what you got before you don't got it no more. Go, Hope. Oh, baby. Oh, he said I'm not gonna get to see you for a little bit because I have to stay in the crate and get healed all up, and then guess what? Mommy won't have to get on to me anymore. Mom won't have to get on to me anymore. I'm not gonna whine like a little baby. Oh, stop. Right? All right, guys. I put up a couple new videos if you haven't seen them already. Weirdly, it has a lot of comments, so I will talk to you guys soon. I appreciate your love and support always. Hang in there, be safe, and I will see you next time. Hit the like button.